Telethon. I am Dan Emmer, and I am so glad that you can join us tonight.
Hey everyone at home, I'm Monica Mangan, and we know that you are going to love tonight's telethon. Thank you so much for being a part of this special event.
That's right. We are so excited. I am Justin Guarini, and we are so excited that you joined us for this worthwhile telethon. And we know that tonight you will be moved by the stories told, excited about the opportunity to support this important work, and entertained by the show we have prepared for you. It is awesome. And now for some live music from the band.
So every year we hold our signature event called A Worthwhile Evening, where we gather together in person to learn about the issue of trafficking and what Worthwhile Wear is doing to help restore survivors of trafficking. This year, however, since we can't do our in-person event, we're instead doing this, a Worthwhile Telethon. Each year we highlight a theme or an idea that relates to the work we do. And this year our theme is borrowed from our larger community and a phrase that many of us have used this year. That is that we are in this together. Since we have the opportunity to broadcast and connect with folks from around the country, we felt that this would be the perfect year to showcase how important it is for us to collaborate with other organizations from across the country who join us in this important work. Worthwhile Wear doesn't do this work alone, but we do it in partnership with other amazing organizations and with you, our community, because in this work we truly are in this together. Now, we have many ways for you to interact with us tonight. First, if you didn't know, we have a robust online auction full of items that you can bid on. The auction is hosted through Handbid, and you can learn how to register on the telethon page at worthwhilewear.org. Be sure to register now if you haven't already and start bidding on some of the many amazing auction items I know I already have. The auction opened a few days ago, and it will be closing by the end of the event tonight. Now, if you have any questions or technical issues, which we've already experienced here, we are using Handbid for the auction, and you can reach one of our team members on the number listed on the screen, and they can assist you. You will also be able to make contributions tonight by giving through the telethon page using your credit card or check, or if you'd rather mail a check in, we ask that you call the number on your screen and make your pledge to the awesome phone bank over here, and then send your check-in made out to Worthwhile Wear to the address listed on the bottom of your screen. Now, if you have any questions or technical issues with your donation page or how to give online or how to increase your monthly giving amount, you can reach one of our team members, again, at the number on your screen, and they will assist you. Also, we want everyone watching to know that we are taking COVID seriously, which is why we are doing a virtual event. But additionally, everyone here has been temperature checked. Our phone bank and band members are all wearing masks. I've taken a COVID test. We're taking recommended precautions tonight. And finally, I want to encourage everyone at home to take photos of you watching from home and post them to social media, tagging us with at Worthwhile Wear and the hashtag at hashtag Worthwhile Telethon. So now before we begin and move on, it's important for us to highlight a very important group of people, and these people are our phone bank volunteers. You guys seem like you're sitting a little idle right now, so hopefully you won't be idle for long. But I want to give a quick shout out to some of them. So you might know him as Erik Kratz, the former Philadelphia Phillies, also played for the Yankees. Now, good thing we're not we don't have audience members here, else you'd probably get booed, right? He's also the winner of Catasauqua, Pennsylvania's 2012 Strongest Chin Award. Right, a very strong, defined chin. Jenny Detweiler, she's a self-proclaimed Rubik's Cube master, is a part owner also of Anderson Wealth Planning in Dublin, and is an amazing cook. I believe you've prepared food for some dignitaries, for some people that are pretty famous, right? And that was one of them. Not that I was famous, but Jess Jackson, she co-starred with our host Monica Mangan on ABC's TV show Knock It Off. She owns an amazing boutique called Makers and is often found bragging that she can whistle while she works. Now, Melissa Lawler over here, she has surprisingly 7 senses. I mean, I've heard of 6 senses, but I don't know what the 7th is. But according to your Facebook, it appears that you have no interest, no jobs, no schooling, no birthdays or anniversaries to celebrate. You know what? I bet you just forgot to fill out your profile. And John Anderson, not only a friend of Worthwhile Wear and president of Anderson Wealth Planning, but I believe you grew up in Hawaii. You're quite often mistaken as the younger and much more handsome John Travolta. We also have Steph Emmer. Well, what can I say? She is my favorite. You guys are all great, but I like her the most. She is my support, but she also has no night vision, and she can hear a dog whistle. Pretty impressive. And then my brother Dave, this guy, he's my older brother, my best friend. We do pretty much everything together, including we grew up overseas, we backpacked through Europe, we went to the same college, but the thing he's known best for is that he has a 12-inch vertical jump, maybe 13. It's pretty good, like from here, maybe there. So this is our crew.
That is an impressive group of people you've assembled. Okay, tonight we've come together for a great cause to show how the larger community values and cares for the women that are served through the programs of Worthwhile Wear.
Worthwhile Wear is an amazing organization that provides a variety of services to survivors of human trafficking. They offer survivors up to 2 years of long-term housing, employment, trauma counseling. Worthwhile Wear teaches financial literacy along with community outreach programs to survivors living in our communities right here, and a whole host of other services.
Yeah, it really is amazing. And the reason you're watching tonight is to learn not only about the issue of human trafficking, but more importantly, how you can participate in being part of the solution.
We've got a lot packed into tonight.
We really do.
A lot. We're going to hear from some human trafficking experts, activists, and survivors, along with special guest interviews, live music, and updates on Worthwhile Wear's programs.
That's right. Now, coming up, we'll have a special segment with Yankees catcher Erik Kratz, where we find out what kinds of things, besides 95-mile-an-hour fastballs, he can catch. And believe me, we've got some fun things for him to catch. A few random things to throw at him, from pumpkin pie to turkey bacon, of course. And for every catch he makes, a donation will be made to support Worthwhile Wear. And now, a little bit of music.
Tonight, you have the opportunity to give online through worthwhilewear.org with a credit card or a check, or you can call the number on your screen to make a pledge. If you'd rather not give online and you want to talk to these fine folks out here, we'll add your contribution to the final tally for tonight. Our first challenge is to raise $5,000 in the next 25 minutes. If we meet this goal, the Stacy DeLong Group will match your donation with a $5,000 donation of their own. That is huge, friends. That's a 2-for-1, and the phone lines are open now.
All right.
Human trafficking is a big issue, and it's not just one that happens far away. It happens in our communities and in our towns. That's why the services we offer at Worthwhile Wear address housing, employment, and outreach in the communities where we live, because that's where trafficking happens.
The purpose of The Well is to create a healing space, a safe place for women who are survivors of human trafficking. Many of the women that come to our program come here with absolutely nothing. Most times they don't have a Social Security card, a birth certificate, or even a state ID or driver's license.
I thank God for The Well. They make me to feel, okay, you can start a new life. This is a new life. This is a new beginning.
You have The Well, which is long-term housing, right? Transitional housing. That's what everyone from outside is seeing, transitional housing. But no, it's not just transitional housing. It's the employment, it's the wraparound services, it's connecting to service providers, it's helping them through their sobriety, it's helping them with financial literacy, it's helping them with transportation, and all the other things that they need. So it's much bigger than just a transitional housing program.
we're able to offer employment to our ladies. Most of them have never had employment where they receive a paycheck. And so working with Worthwhile Wear Thrift, we're able to supply them with employment and job coaching.
Working for them, paying me, that's what makes me to be able to have a good savings. The well has really helped. It has really helped me.
The well is definitely the most rewarding thing that I've ever done for myself, that I actually put myself first.
One of the key things that we incorporate, in addition to connecting them to service providers in the area, is having counseling, whether it be one-on-one or group counseling. That also involves art therapy and other sessions where women can start to explore past trauma and understand how they can work through past trauma.
I did this. We have an art teacher that comes in to teach us how to do, so I made this.
One of the most unique things about here at the Well in our program is that the ladies build healthy relationships and they learn how to have healthy relationships with the staff and with our volunteers.
Being at the well has helped me find who I am. I didn't know that I would love to play the violin. I didn't know that I could actually go to college and finish my classes and pass my classes.
It's a place of hope. It's a place that restores a lost hope.
Our goal is to help women identify the trauma that they've experienced and work through it, but also understand that the trauma that they've experienced does not define who they are. It doesn't limit who they can become. Thanks again for joining us. And during this segment, we have a 5,000 match challenge from Stacy DeLong Group. If you or our viewing audience can donate $5,000 during this segment, then your gift will be doubled by this match. Now, this fundraiser is serving an important purpose, and that is to support survivors of trafficking. And tonight, we are going to share the many ways that this is accomplished through your gifts. One of the most profound ways your gifts are changing lives is through your financial support, which allows us to operate our long-term housing and restorative program called The Well. In the video we just showed you of The Well, you learned how through that program, we offer housing for up to 2 years to U.S. survivors of trafficking, both labor and sex trafficking, and also provide the participants with a whole host of services, which in addition to the housing include counseling, financial literacy, training, transportation, various classes, and a focused approach to meeting each woman's unique personal goals. Now, I've personally seen how lives can be changed at The Well, like the lives of some of the recent graduates that finished with savings in the bank, a new vehicle, good employment. They got their own apartment, but most importantly, they've grown as an individual and have learned to progress in the journey of healing. One of our struggles at The Well is not having enough beds for the women who want to join the program. So that's why we're asking you to give. Funds tonight will help us towards our goal of an expanded housing program. Our goal is to have a graduated housing model, which would be a final step in the Well program before the women graduate and get their own apartment. Now, this model would allow us to increase the housing we offer survivors. That are referred to us from around the country. We get referrals from the FBI, from law enforcement, as well as domestic violence shelters and recovery centers. So help us raise the much needed funds for our graduated housing plan, and in turn, allow us to offer care to even more survivors. Now, at The Well, we also understand how critical it is to provide counseling to help our participants properly navigate and address trauma in order to heal. So this year, we teamed up with Zimzum Consulting, based out of the Lehigh Valley, to provide counseling for the Well participants and consultation to the administrative team at the Well. Funds raised through tonight will help fund this new partnership with the ultimate goal of improving our services and outcomes for the women in our care. And in addition to the counseling at the Well, we also use curriculum that was created by a survivor for survivors called Ending the Game. Now, this curriculum, created by Rachel Thomas and her team, is a crucial tool which we use to help equip the women at the Well, as well as the women in our outreach program called Worth It. We are honored to have Rachel join us again, but this time instead of in person, on screen, in a video that she recently recorded for us to share with you tonight.
I cannot express enough how much I genuinely love, support, and appreciate Worthwhile Wear and the entire team of amazing people and survivors that I had the privilege of meeting I was there to speak at the gala last year, and you have colleagues and work relationships, and we had trained Miss Carla in the Ending the Game curriculum, and they'd been using our curriculum. But there's only so much you can know about a place or a group of people until you're there in person. And when I say that there is so much genuine concern, thoughtfulness, love poured into the entire program. When you think about the word worthwhile, right? It's something that is worth your while. It's something that matters. It's something that deserves your attention. And as a survivor of human trafficking, I know that I did not always have that experience. When I was interacting with service providers, when I was trying to put the pieces of my life back together, you get a sense for who cares and who doesn't. And I know that Dan and Carla and every other person that I met there cares. And it is evidenced by the breadth of services that are offered. It's like when you have a good friend and you see that they're in need of one thing, you try to fill that need. And if they're in need of 5 more things, you do your best to fill that need. And I just see the ways that Worthwhile Wear is doing things beyond residential, therapeutic services, Ending the Game services. They're doing community-based things. I went to the thrift stores, and just all the creative, innovative ways that this group of people have come together to help restore lives and also be a launch pad for the graduates of their program to go on and find their best selves and to contribute to our society. I think we have enough people who are the product of abuse, who are the product of being trafficked, and it really takes an effort from people who have the right heart positioning to be able to change that trajectory in someone's life. It takes consistency, it takes resources, it takes family, honestly. And so I hope that everyone wondering how they can be part of the solution today will consider making a donation, becoming a volunteer, doing something to support Worthwhile Wear.
That is absolutely amazing to see Rachel Thomas, who is a survivor, be a beacon for other survivors. Now, we do have to tell you that if you're trying to get through on the website or on the phones, do not worry. Keep trying, keep trying. It is such a good sign. We've had so many people calling.
It's the best technical difficulty we could have all night. So keep trying. You will be able to get through.
Exactly, without a doubt. And I have some proof of it right here. So for our first giving challenge tonight, we are asking you, our viewing audience, to give $5,000. Remember, and if we hit that target, it will be matched with another $5,000. For all the math friends out there, that's $10,000. So far during this segment, we have raised $3,500. That's right. So we are $1,500 away from our goal. We are so close to having your gifts matched. So please, please, please continue to give online. Keep hitting that refresh button or call in to pledge to one of these wonderful folks at the table here.
Now, we are so glad that we can offer the services we do to the women in our housing program, The Well. But as an organization set on addressing the issue of trafficking, we also understand that our housing program is only able to help a few women at a time. That's why in 2018, we developed and launched our community outreach and empowerment program for survivors of sexual exploitation and trafficking called Worth It. Worth It brings women together in a classroom-like setting with others that can share similar experiences. This peer group creates a safe environment which allows the participants to share their burdens and not feel so alone. Additionally, Worth It brings in professionals from other fields like law enforcement, prosecutors, and mental health professionals, as well as service providers that are located in the same area where the participants live. Now, this allows our Worth It participants to learn how trauma can impact their lives and also helps them connect with those in their community available to help them and provide them with the much-needed services. So in our work, we've learned the importance of how addressing trauma can have a great and positive impact in one's life. By identifying and working through past traumas, we can help resolve ongoing struggles like unemployment, addiction, homelessness, broken relationships, and other maladaptive behaviors. There are so many programs that address the problems that we can easily see, which are good and necessary, but so few that go deep into exploring the trauma that either causes those struggles or perpetuates them. That's why over the 9 weeks of each Worth It session, we pay special attention to naming and addressing the trauma that has happened in each woman's life and work with them to move beyond it. We help them understand that what has happened to them does not define or limit who they can become. Now, before COVID hit, we were set to run 5 different Worth It chapters in Pennsylvania, in Bucks County, in the Bucks County Prison, in Montgomery County, Chester County, and Harrisburg. Now, sadly, because of COVID, we had to put our outreach program on hold, but I am excited to share that in October, we were able to restart a new session in Southampton, PA at Davisville Church. In this current 9-week session, we have 9 committed women in the program, and they will be graduating Worth It on November 23rd. Additionally, one of the women in this current Worth It class will be joining us at the Well in December. Now, we do not charge any fee for the women to be part of the Worth It program, but it does cost us about $2,000 for us to enroll one woman into this program, and then a case manager for after they complete the Worth It program, case manage them for 90 days. So consider how you can effectively change the life of a woman who has overcome so much. When you or your home group give $2,000 tonight, know that you have positively impacted and changed the course of one woman's life.
Yeah.
So funds for tonight will also help pay for a new client management software program that will allow us to better track the progress for the women that are both in our Worth It program as well as in the Well program. So for years, we've managed our client information and progress by keeping extensive paper files. Trust me, it's not easy. But as we've grown, it has become abundantly clear that we need to move to a digital platform. So if you want to make our staff happy, then giving tonight will allow us to purchase this client management software and help us to enhance the effectiveness of the work we do. Well, I'm happy to introduce to all of you our guest, Ricky Staub. He's someone I've known for years. I would consider him a friend. I don't know if it's reciprocated, but I'd say Ricky's a friend.
For sure.
But yeah, Ricky has a different kind of story. His typical career, his career isn't typical, I should say. It's not the 9-to-5 job. He has a production company, has done film, does a lot of video-based work, has clients like Jeep, like Coca-Cola, like Comcast, like the Philadelphia Eagles. And so he has a lot of interesting interactions with these type of customers. But what type of work do you actually do with this client base?
Yeah, so company's name is Neighborhood Film Company. We're a film production company. So we work with ad agencies in Philadelphia, all over the world, creating commercial content, branded content, stuff that you would see TV, social media, YouTube, you name it. If there's a screen, we can put content on it. So yeah.
And you make pretty awesome content. I know I'd encourage people to go check out your website, neighborhoodfilmcompany.com. I got that right? And
yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff there. But you mentioned that name, but there's actually more to it, right? Neighborhood Film Company is not just about producing content for clients. It does more than that, which is one of the reasons I admire you so much, Ricky. But why don't you share what Neighborhood Film Company does?
Yeah, so in 2011, I launched the company with a mission to apprentice and employ individuals returning home from incarceration. So we train individuals on the business side of filmmaking so that they can use all the skills that they learn at our company to transition into pretty much any type of work they want.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
So what does that look like? What's like a success story from someone being employed through that or apprenticing through that?
Yeah, so let's see. A good story would probably be an apprentice a few years ago, Marvin. It's a good Philly story. He joined our apprenticeship or was elected. We have a pretty rigorous recruitment process. We partner with some federal judges in Philadelphia. When Marvin came on to our apprenticeship, he, like a lot of apprentices, actually didn't have a strong desire to be in film production. And that's totally okay. We're not limiting to that. But he had a really strong desire to be a part of commercial real estate. And so, the first half of his apprenticeship was really just building up hard and soft skills, whether it was communication, emailing, being in a meeting, setting up meeting, coordinating teams, you name it, anything and everything that makes you successful in most places of employment and for career development. But then the back half of his apprenticeship, we devoted mostly to setting up meetings inside Philadelphia and even beyond with individuals that were part of the commercial real estate community. And eventually, via connection through us and the judges, we were able to get him a meeting with the head of the Philadelphia Housing Authority, who ended up hiring him. He worked as I think he was a resident manager for some of their buildings for a couple of years, but now he's actually partnered with Connor Barwin and his organization and executive director, Jeffrey Tubbs, doing development within communities in Philadelphia. And they're actually planning to use that to launch their own apprenticeship, basing it off of our model as well. So yeah, Marvin he's a success story for sure.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's so cool. And I think there's also, I'd love to point out that you did a great TED Talk on this. I listened to it, and you really kind of dive deeper into this issue and what it looks like and how you've played a role using this platform you work from, which is awesome. And one of the things too, you don't just do commercials, right? You also have created a feature film that's coming out, or was you recently done. Tell us about that, the name of it, where you were shot, who was involved with that.
Yeah, so last year we shot our first feature film. Actually, we were able to make it in Philadelphia. It's called Concrete Cowboy with Idris Elba and a host of other amazing actors. What really made it special, though, is much like the work we've done in the past, I was able to put a lot of the community from Philly, not only in the film, but working behind the scenes on the film. So it was really doubling down on our apprenticeship model. So I'm very grateful to the actors and producers and financiers that all believed in that vision. It's very unorthodox, but I ended up, I think, making for a really special film on the screen and behind the screen.
That's awesome, man. I look forward to seeing it. I heard from a producer that's pretty well known, a filmmaker, Dan Lin. Apparently he's screened this, and he's the same guy that created the Lego movies, the Sherlock Holmes movies, some of my personal favorites, the Disney's Aladdin, among many others. And he got to see this, and from what I've heard, he liked it. So that's a good thing, right? That's a plug you want. So I look forward to catching that when it comes out in full release. I think what's important though too is we wanted to interview you because you have a different story. It's kind of a neat career path that you've been on, not one that we're all familiar with. But what I think really always resonates with me about you is that, what's really important to you at the end of the day? Is it just the work and paying the bills, or is it something more? And does that something more maybe tie into what we do at Worthwhile Wear?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the reason I'm love partnering with you or your organization is, organizations like yourself that not only are creating, let's say, a great product, but the mission and reason behind it is typically what I look for, because I think there's a lot of organizations or companies out there that more or less what they're doing is a facade, isn't actual. And so I'm just trying to always connect with people like yourself who I believe their mission is sustained because they have actual specific humans and hearts in mind when they're doing their work. And so, yeah, I've always appreciated our conversations and our ability to partner on all kinds of crazy things, even like a virtual telethon like this.
Yeah. Well, I echo that too. I think the reason we feel connected to you guys, and I feel personally connected to you, is because, your core importance, your core values ties back to the importance of people. And that's what we're in the business of here at Worthwhile Wear is really restoring value in lives that have been told they're less than, but letting them know that they do have value, as you've done in your work too. So that's common ground that we share. But I thank you for this time. Thank you for, Zooming us all the way from California. And it's good to reconnect with you in this way.
Absolutely. Likewise.
All right. Take care.
That was so great to hear from Ricky all about the work he's doing to create an insanely awesome film, My Concrete Cowboys. And my favorite part is that it's shot right here in Philly.
Wait, your favorite part isn't that it stars Idris Elba?
Okay, that's my real favorite part, but we'll just say that it's Philly.
Slightly handsome and talented. I can't wait to check it out when it is added to Netflix in 2021. It feels like it's 2021, right, doesn't it? It is such a great accomplishment for Ricky and his team, but it's also so great to learn learn how they use their unique platform to help others in need.
Yes. All right, so I'm excited to give you an update on our first challenge. So during this first giving challenge, we needed you at home to give a total of $5,000. And if we hit that mark, then we would get an additional $5,000 from the Stacy DeLong group. I am excited to share that for this first segment of our viewing audience, I'm dragging this out here, creating suspense, but I want to let you know that we made it to our $5,000 goal. So that is $10,000. That is an incredible first 25 minutes. We are just getting started.
Whew, yes. Well, make sure you give it up for yourselves at home. It's so awesome. We are off to a great start, just like you said. So let's keep this night moving along. And what's better to help us move than some good music? Take it away, guys.
This is Stacy DeLong, owner of the Stacy DeLong Group of Keller Williams. We are a group of realtors that love helping families and individuals find a place they can call home. Because we understand what having a safe place to call home means for our clients, we can appreciate the need for safe, comfortable housing for survivors of human trafficking. We're proud to partner with Worthwhile Wear as they work to provide safe housing and restorative services for survivors of human trafficking. If you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell a house, please give us a call today. We understand what home means to our clients.
Guys, that's awesome. So we want to have some fun tonight, and you know what makes for some fun is for some friendly competition. I think you both are pretty competitive, right?
Very.
A little bit.
Extremely.
So as you may know and have noticed, we have a phone bank on stage receiving calls tonight from those at home making pledges to give. And we also have donations coming in through our website, through worthwhilewear.org. So what we've decided to do is assign Monica as team captain of the phone bank.
Go team, Nick!
And Justin will be team captain of our online giving for this segment.
Thank you.
Which is the rest of the world.
I mean, some people might say it's not fair. No one's counting.
Give me a chance to win this time, folks.
Now I can't beat him.
Is it too soon?
No, it's not too soon.
Almost been 20 years. It's almost been 20 years.
Maybe
guys.
he'll win. All right. So that means as you give, either online or by phone during this segment, you are either showing your support and allegiance to Team Monica and the phone bank, or Team Justin and the online team. And to make it even more interesting, we will be tracking who brings in more donations during the next 20 to 25 minutes, both online and through the phone bank. And whichever team raises the most during this segment, the team captain will be the winner of our very own gold prestigious phone award and trophy. So continue to give, but show who you value more by giving either to the phone or online.
Wait a minute. The golden phone. That seems like it's a little skewed. The golden phone. Wait a minute.
Call me.
I'm sorry. This is a telethon, so we have to go with that. So the phone lines are open. Call the number you have on your screen to make a pledge, which means you will send a donation in by mail, but your gift will be counted towards tonight's goal. And make a donation online as well at worthwhilewear.org. And one more thing, to encourage you to give, we have a bonus that will be given of $10,000 from Bergey's Auto Group. If our viewing audience can give $5,000 or more during this segment, so that's incentive. And remember that this is an easy way to show who you support more, right? Justin, or if you choose to give online, or if you choose to call through the phone bank and show your allegiance to Monica.
The underdog.
The underdog. Truly are.
Truly.
But either way,
you should get on your phone and call out and tell some people, right? That'd be fair. To allow you some time to give so that we can hit our 5,000 goal during this segment and secure the $10,000 bonus from Bergey's Auto Group, please watch this video from an amazing partner organization, the Samaritan Women, based out of Maryland, and their founder and executive director, Jean Allard.
Hi, my name is Jean Allard, and I'm founder and executive director of the Samaritan Women and the Institute for Shelter Care. It is my pleasure to share with you a few remarks, commentary on this work that I'm involved in, as is Worthwhile Aware. Dan asked me to share with you how did I get involved in this work and what are some of the things that I have learned and observed over the 14 years that I've been doing this. Well, the simplest way of describing how I got involved would be to say that God has a sense of humor because he orchestrated an introduction for me with a survivor on the streets of Baltimore. And I was not in a place where I was looking to do ministry. I was not familiar at all with the subject matter. And so once again, he chooses sometimes the most unlikely people to do his work. And that introduction that he divinely appointed sent me on a journey that literally had me sell all I have and give it to the poor, which meant buying a 23-acre estate in Baltimore City and starting a restorative care program and abandoning pretty much everything else that I had known in life. There's not a moment of regret in having done that. And you know, a lot of that is because I've learned so much along the way. One of the things that I've learned is that every survivor story is so very different, and the path to healing is just as individualized. I have had the pleasure of knowing Worthwhile Aware for a good many years and commend you for the ways in which you have also learned these lessons, the way you greet and honor each woman with the dignity of her uniqueness. You're very intentional about community, and your size and the way your structure creates that kind of intimacy, which is safety, which gives her a chance to establish trust all over again and regenerate those things to return the years the locusts have eaten. That you have also been non-judgmental about the way she is when she comes in the door, because you hold on to that hope knowing that that is not God's finished work. And just like he has done a work on all of us, that he can do a mighty thing in her life as well. So I commend you for the work that you have done and the work that you will continue to do. Now, let me just make a comment to those of you who are here enjoying this presentation and this evening with Worthwhile Aware. For those of you who love this ministry and you support it, I want to say thank you on behalf of the larger shelter community, because what's being done in Pennsylvania is very important. Keep them covered in your prayer. It's vital. I have known seasons where I was well aware of the fact that I was without a prayer covering, and that's not a good place to be when you're up against this kind of hard work, darkness, and sometimes danger. Keep using your networks to expand their network at Worthwhile Aware. Make or increase the financial support, the commitment that you have made to them. Tonight or in the next couple of weeks, go up to Dan and the rest of the staff and say, what can I do to help? How can I serve you? That's truly the best gift that you can give. And so as we celebrate the success that has been had and the work that has been done, I hope that you will give that gift with great generosity. Thank you.
So I hope you're enjoying this at home, and we want you at home to get to know our hosts better. And let's be honest, if you get to play a game with Giving Online, you guys get to do that with the phone banks and all that, and you get to show your support. Now, we want to play a game here too, right? And perhaps our game will help you get to know our host a little bit better, which may help you decide who you want to support. So at this time, we have a challenge to raise $5,000. And if we reach that goal, we will receive a bonus of $10,000 from Bergey's Auto Group. So give online to support Justin.
Or Monica.
Please.
Or make
Mostly
a
Justin,
pledge.
though. Mostly Justin.
Or make
Mainly
a pledge.
Monica.
You guys, behave yourselves. Or make a pledge through the phone bank and support Monica. You got to
Support Monica.
Oh, come on.
I changed the script.
And if we hit our 5,000 goal this segment, your gift will be tripled, not doubled, tripled.
It's huge.
So what we're doing to get to know our host a little bit better, we're going to play a game that maybe you've played it by the campfire or you've played it with your kids at home. It's called Two Truths and a Lie. It's where we're going to start and we're going to let someone share two truths. And then Monica is going to start sharing two truths and one lie. And then Justin, you're going to do your best to tell us what the lie is that you believe. So Monica, take us away.
Okay. I own 3 ducks. Millie, Chase, Polly. The founder of Worthwhile Wear and his entire family lived in my son's bedroom when they were founding Worthwhile Wear. Or I'm about to win a huge competition.
Wow. Now, I know you to be extremely intelligent, and my first thought is because you named the ducks, you're trying to throw me off. Now, you may actually own ducks, but you do like to travel a lot, and do ducks take a lot of care, I wonder? The entirety of the founder's family living in your son's bedroom as they were founding Worthwhile Wear sounds plausible, too. It all sounds really plausible. I believe that you would win a competition, for sure.
We don't have
time. Okay, time's up. Okay, great, thank you. So I will say that you do not own 3 ducks.
I own 3 ducks.
Indeed.
The lie, my friends, is that I am not going to win this competition right now because it's rigged. But we're still going to cheer this competition.
You have to tell the story too, because this is a gracious person. She's not just the host of this telethon. She actually put us up for a while because we sold our home when we started Worthwhile Wear, needed a place to stay, and Monica and her husband Eric said, stay with us. So little did they know that was a big mistake. So we didn't stay for too long.
It was wonderful. It was great.
All right, Justin, you up. See if you can trick us.
Okay, so I flunked out of music school. I was nominated for a Grammy. I went on a date with Debbie Gibson.
Dang, these are very fun. Okay, where was the date with Debbie Gibson?
Where was the date with Debbie Gibson?
I don't know if we're allowed to ask leading questions.
I am allowed.
There's some follow-up questions?
I'm sorry. As the moderator, you can't ask leading questions.
It's technically not how you play, but okay. I believe that you did not go on a date with Debbie Gibson.
I did go on a date with Debbie Gibson. It was sushi in LA, and it was hilarious because I don't know how. Some friends hooked us up together.
Did she think it was a date too?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was so super a date. She was really lovely.
You never know.
It was the only date we went on.
Okay.
It was one of those things where like great, not really any chemistry
It was
there.
more like, don't call me, I'll call you. Is that what you said?
I think we both are just like, you're really cool, but not for we. And so, yeah, it was really funny. Walked past James Spader, who was like coming in. And so it was one of those LA stories, but yeah.
And what was the other truth then?
The other truth was that I actually did flunk out of music school. Believe it or not. At the end of the year, as a vocal performance major, they made me learn 4 songs for my jury, where I was basically judged. I was a not great student my freshman year, and so I only learned 2 of the songs, sang 1. They asked me for one I didn't know. They said, thank you very much, goodbye. But it did lead me down the path of falling in love with the musical theater program, and now I've done 6 Broadway shows since.
And you can't forget Little Sweets, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Who can forget that?
I made it out alive.
Of a career.
Yeah,
right
I learned
there.
to actually be a good student after that.
Well, before we throw it back to Monica, I do have to say I'm not hearing the phones ring, so that doesn't bode well for you.
It doesn't.
I don't know if that's the allegiance or what, but we're gonna try. So
I hope their phones are on vibrate.
Monica, we're gonna throw it back to you again.
All right. So 2 truths and a lie. I was in New York City this morning doing a live TV show right before I came here. I was a high school English teacher, and I traveled and taught English in China in high school.
Oh my goodness. I will say...
You know, it's not fair. You're amazing no matter what when you say this. Like, you give
all
3
those
amazing
things are
things.
extremely
I'm awesome,
plausible.
I'm awesome, or I'm awesome. Which one is it?
I am going to go out on a limb and guess, because you're smart, that You were not up in New York today.
False. I was in New York today. I was on Live with Kelly and Ryan this morning. And you know, I was with your buddy. So Ryan Seacrest this morning doing live.
Wait, hold on. So if you were with Ryan this morning and Justin tonight.
I am basically on American Idol right now. Guys, this is my moment. I'll be singing at the end.
Oh, please let me, just for that, let me win this, please.
So what was the other truth
So
then? Yeah.
the other truth, I forget what I even said, but I can
you're
tell
a
you what the
school
lie
teacher,
was.
right?
I was a high school English teacher right in the Penridge School District here for a while before transitioning into TV and production. The lie is that I did not go and teach English in China. I actually taught in Japan.
No,
Tricky.
one of those
Tricky.
little switcheroo
Little
there.
switcheroo for you.
Okay,
All right.
well, nice.
What you got?
So far, I think you're winning. Are we
I think I'm
tied?
winning everything except for the phone bank.
We're
Yeah,
tied at nothing.
yeah.
We're tied 0-0.
All right.
Okay, so I have gone to Afghanistan and entertained the troops. I have 3 dogs, own 3 dogs, and I have 4 children.
Well, you only have 3 children. I follow you on Instagram.
Dirty. I did myself
Yeah,
dirty
you
on that
can't
one.
do that when you're on
You did
social media.
yourself
I know,
dirty.
sorry, it was good.
I pay attention to those things.
Yeah. Well,
But-
I have 3 children, but I also do the truth is that I have 3 dogs as well. And
Okay.
my wife and I are just like, because our children are at home now and being schooled at home. And I also was very fortunate to be able to go over to Afghanistan and be able to entertain the troops
amazing.
and flew out to the forward operating bases. It was just amazing to see how our men and women in the military are keeping us safe over there.
That's so
That's
cool.
awesome. Well, thank you guys. We wanted to take some time to get to know you. I thought we did. You did a great job. Some good truths, some good lies. We're going to let you guys kind of close this out. We're actually going to we're waiting for a total here to see what where we're at, whether or not we finish this. So you guys are going to have to
We got this.
take this. I'm
Couple
gonna-
things we want to remind you guys about, that when you're donating tonight, you know, you may have your number, but then think about, we haven't been going out as much right now.
No.
Everybody's kind of home, we're quarantined. Even if you think of the amount of cups of coffee you haven't ordered or different things like that, we're trying to support all of our small businesses, but we also need to support our nonprofit organizations.
Absolutely.
And this year is a huge one. So think about maybe some of the ways you've been saving money and maybe put that towards your donation. We know that everyone's tight right now, but that could really help.
And just, to speak to that, it just $2,000. Think about that, spread over a year, spread over a lifetime. You, with your donation tonight, can help add to that goal of just, we have it. Oh, here we go.
This is what's been made so far.
So I'll finish that point. The $2,000 can help change someone's life forever.
It can. And I just want to mention again, we have a lot of matching and a lot of extra donation things. If you're anyone that likes to shop and you know a good bargain, this is a good bargain. We're getting 2 for 1s. We're getting 3 for 1. So ladies at home and guys that love to shop, I know you're out there. This is a huge bargain. So if you're donating $1,000, you could be donating $3,000 because of our generous sponsors.
Absolutely.
So take advantage of it during the segments when these donations are being doubled and tripled. It's awesome.
But mostly do it online.
But mostly call, because these phones are not calling, guys. Kick it old school. Pick up the phone. It's the OG.
Keep going.
All right.
Keep doing you.
Do we want to give an update?
So yeah, we have an update for you. I'm going to let you handle this. I'm going to let you handle this one because we're going to see who's online, and you have just a few minutes left in this challenge. So hand it over right now. Who's in the lead, Monica?
Right now, in the lead is Justin Guarini. He is literally trashing me.
Not by
No,
too
he
much.
has almost doubled my total. So if someone could call and donate approximately $10,000 right now, that would be helpful.
It only took almost 20 years to place first, all
So
right?
the amounts right now online, it's $2,610. By phone, it's $1,750. So she's about $900 behind. It's something you can make up. We still haven't hit that 5,000 number.
We are very close.
We're very close. And
Very, very
honestly, no matter who you're voting for, if it's quicker to hop online, do it. I'll let Justin win. But we do want to hit that 5,000 because then we get the additional bonus.
That's right.
This is me
Absolutely.
preparing to lose.
That's you're so gracious.
I just told them to vote for you.
Thank you. Now, the money we raise tonight will make a huge impact on survivors, like I was saying before, of human trafficking. But later on, we'll get to hear from Nikki, one of the survivors who graduated from Worthwhile Wear's housing program, The Well, and hear about the impact Worthwhile Wear has had in her life. You do not want to miss it.
So this year, we all were faced with the challenge of COVID, and as it affected our health, our families, and our jobs, we all worked to navigate this challenging year. We at Worthwhile Wear were challenged in a new way. We were approached by a company, 360 Care, that provides care in senior living centers across the country, and they asked us to make for their staff and client base 10,000 face masks. Now, normally, we'd welcome this size order, but because of COVID, our India team was in lockdown, even more so than we were here, and they were unable to fulfill the order. So take a look at this video with Kyle Phipps from the American Safety Clothing to hear how we were able to use a creative partnership to help others. So when we were in the beginning of the COVID pandemic, American Safety Clothing had a different role that you did, but can you share maybe what your company does and then what you ended up doing to support our communities?
Sure. We're in the safety clothing business, so we do stuff for arc flash fire, FR garments, and cut resistant and heat resistant garments for the steel mills. But when the pandemic hit, we pivoted over to supplying face shields, face masks, doing some local stuff for Grandview and some other hospitals, doctors' offices, just trying to fulfill people's needs because the supply chains were really backed up and you couldn't get anything anywhere. So we were able to use our relationships in the industry and get people what they needed.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, no one could get anything to try and make these. And Worthwhile Wear, too, we were approached in the beginning of this by a company called 360 Care, who does staffing for senior living centers around the country. And so they approached us and said, hey, can you make 10,000 face masks? And normally we'd be fine with that, happy to do it, but our team in India was under strict lockdown, so we couldn't fulfill the order. We kind of tried to figure out a creative way to find a solution to this by engaging our volunteer base, but also at the same time, we needed the materials, we needed everything else, which we couldn't get. So we came to you and said, hey, what can you recommend? What could you suggest? That's all I was looking for, but you instead did something more. So could you share how you guys got involved with us and how you're able to help us in fulfilling this 10,000 piece order that our volunteers only were able to complete 5,000 of, but you guys stepped in a big way?
Yeah, just through our relationships of knowing each other, you had come in and asked for some support on where to get this stuff because you couldn't get anything. So I was able to call my mill and get the right amount of fabric. We brought that in. We were able to cut the patterns from our design room. We designed patterns and got them cut on our automated cutter. Really streamlined the process to get all the necessary materials to your volunteers. So we were able to help in that manner. And then following up with you weeks later, you had shared some concerns that they weren't getting done fast enough. You had about another 5,000 left. So we had a little downtime on our floor. So I told you to bring them back in, and we were able to bang them out we got commercial machines, so a little faster, some more experience. So we were able to fulfill that need for you.
Yeah, in a huge way. I mean, I know maybe we were a bit ambitious. We thought we could knock out 10,000 easy, but it wasn't the case. So, I mean, your company, American Safety Clothing, stepped up in a big way, not just sourcing materials, purchasing and donating the materials, but then also giving and donating the labor from your floor and your team there making these masks to help us complete the order. So to us, that looks like something that, a company that's gone above and beyond. So I'd have to ask, what was your motivation? What was the reason why you wanted to get involved in such a meaningful way?
Well, we're a faith-based company, and all these ladies are a part of our community. So when they heard the opportunity to help out, they jumped on it. You guys do so much for the community, and it was just nice for us to be able to do something for you.
Yeah.
So,
and we really appreciate it. And for us, what it means is that you not only helped us, but in turn, we were able to help others through the making of these masks and giving them out. And so we couldn't have done it without you guys. So we truly thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Well, we were so moved by what American Safety Clothing did for us. And not only them, but our volunteers stepped up in a huge way. We had an order to fulfill of 10,000 masks. We engaged our audience, our volunteer base. We had 110 volunteers, or over 110 volunteers, help us make masks, but they couldn't complete the full order. So American Safety Clothing, they stepped up. They went above and beyond. They did so much for us. So this is something we wanted to do in person at our annual gala. We weren't able to do it in person, but we're going to show it tonight. This is actually a Citizen of the Year award, which we want to present to American Safety Clothing as well as Kyle Phipps. And I want to read it for you. It says, 2020 Citizen of the Year, awarded to Kyle Phipps, CEO, and the team at American Safety Clothing for going above and beyond in supporting the work of Worthwhile Wear to positively impact the community and the survivors of human trafficking during a global pandemic. So thank you, American Safety Clothing. Thank you to all of our volunteers that we were able to fulfill this order and help other people. It's an amazing thing that we can do as a community. So next we have something very fun. It's probably more fun for me than you guys because you just have to wait. Before I announce this, we're talking about the results, right? We have this beautiful trophy. I should probably let you both look at it. Both look at it because one of you is the only one getting to take it home.
Goodness.
It's a gorgeous trophy. I don't know if you can get it zoomed in on that. It already has your name on it. It says Worthwhile Telethon Winner 2020. We knew who was going to win. So I'm pleased to say we've tallied the results from this challenge, and we have to say that the tally was close.
Not really.
I'm gonna go with this one. We received $5,410 online. So that's Team Justin.
Come on.
He actually surpassed our whole goal for that round was $5,000. So that's amazing.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
That is
And then
all
we
on you
have
at home.
the humble old school phone bank with $8,850. You guys crushed it. We have the chance. I'm sorry, Justin, yet again.
So excited.
Yet again, Justin, I'm so sorry.
Did my husband just make
you
an
have a swan
$8,000
song?
donation?
Wow.
I don't know what to say.
I didn't think it would hurt just as much the second
Did you
time.
sing a moment like this? Is that how that goes?
I think it's a moment like that.
Can you sing for a moment like this?
I don't know how we won, but guys,
Guess what? Worthwhile Wear won.
Won.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Absolutely.
That's what we have to say. Is we hit that goal. We also were able to unlock that $10,000 bonus from Bergey's Auto Group. So the real winners are the women and the funds that these funds are going to help and support. So thank you guys. Thank you at home for crushing it that round.
That's amazing. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Love that band. Hey, if you're just joining us, it's 2002 all over again. Welcome. I'm Justin Guarini, and this is Monica Mangan, your host for tonight. It's Worthwhile telethon. I can speak. Yes, it's true. We are working together with our viewers and supporters tonight to raise $150,000 for survivors of human trafficking.
We've broken the night down into smaller challenges, and this challenge has a different kind of goal. In the next 20 minutes, we're looking for 30 new monthly donors willing to donate $30 or more a month for the next year. So this is a monthly thing. You're not just one price at a time. So if we reach this goal, a combined 30 new or increased monthly donors will receive a huge bonus, $10,000 from Lacker Insurance.
That's amazing.
That is a huge amount. If you can pledge your donation by calling the number on the screen, or you can make your donations at worthwhilewear.org and giving through the donate button. All of those methods work now.
Absolutely. And think about it, $30, that's less than what it costs to go out and eat something, and that's per month. Nothing. You can totally do it.
I have to say this. My heart is pounding. I'm dealing with fear. I'm a survivor of human trafficking, and when I was trafficked, I was isolated in an apartment, and I endured rape and physical abuse, and it was awful. And there were video cameras, there were cameras in the room where it happened. So for me, going on camera is always a big deal. And just talking straight into the camera right now with no audience and no one around, it's a challenge. But I face my fears. You know, I'm afraid of heights. I fainted at the Grand Canyon in the parking lot. So you see what I'm saying? I'm also afraid of spiders. But last week, I found a black widow spider in my garage on the ceiling, and I got up on a ladder, which is huge, to knock it down and kill it. So yes, I face my fears and I overcome. So I am powering on through this one because I believe in Worthwhile Wear. I just found out about this nonprofit and what they do. They provide survivors with everything that they need on exiting the situation. Shelter, counseling, serving behavioral health needs. There's financial literacy training. There's everything to undo all of the many traumas that are endured by survivors in the trafficking situation. When I was trafficked, I had financial abuse in that situation. I was told that I had a debt to work off. There was this, and threatened with death and a bunch of other stuff. But I'm saying the financial support, the things that get a survivor on their feet and able to move on into life and succeed, this is so precious and so outstanding. There are very few organizations that are doing the things that Worthwhile Wear is doing. And I'm just so proud to be here and to ask you to join me in investing in Worthwhile Wear. Invest your time, invest your enthusiasm, your devotion, invest money, donate. Whatever you can do to help to support this effort. And you can't go wrong, because when you invest in survivors, every penny you don't lose anything. You only gain when you support survivors. I know a lot of survivors, and I'm a survivor myself, and I invest in survivors every day, emotionally, financially, intellectually. I just can't say enough. Survivors are amazing. We come back. We get knocked down, but we get back up. And we come back and we stand up for others, and we make the change and create positive change for the rest of our fellow human beings. So you just can't go wrong. And in this time of COVID, we need miracles. And there are only two ways to live your life. One is as if nothing is a miracle, and the other is as if everything is. Einstein said that. And now that I've said it, Einstein and I have got something in common. So you can trust me when I say, let's become part of this miracle that is Worthwhile Wear and the work that they're doing. And let's make it count. Thank you.
So I have the honor of having Bhumi join me. Bhumi is a graduate from the Well, but also a friend, I would say. Bhumi, I remember the first time, her first Christmas here, we were trying to figure out staffing, and she ended up coming and spending Christmas Day at our house, I think. And I remember her still distinctly sitting on her couch and a cat crawling across her chest, and she goes, "I hate cats," right?
Yeah.
So I can't believe Bhumi agreed to come back. So she's back with us tonight, and we had last year at our fundraiser, we got to hear your powerful story and about your experience at the Well and what has, so I'm curious, what has taken place since we last saw you? Are you still in the same apartment, at the same job? What's going on with you now?
Yes, I'm still at the same apartment, but I'm not at the same job right now.
A different job? What's this new job?
Yeah, my new job is taking care of the less privileged ladies, taking care of them, bathing them, making food for them, just to let them know they are human beings.
That's excellent. She's a natural caretaker, so it's great that you have that job. I think that's a great fit for you.
Yeah.
So when you shared before that you were separated from your children for many years, you shared that at last year's event. But while you were at the Well, we were able to reunite you with your daughter for Mother's Day, which was awesome. Mm-hmm. Your daughter and son are still living in Canada, and with COVID, traveling hasn't really been possible. So do you get to speak with your kids very often? How are they doing?
Yeah, they're doing great. I talked with them like every weekend, and then we do Zooming. I see them.
Call,
yeah.
Okay, so I hear also that there's some pretty exciting news going on with your kids.
Yeah, my daughter got married February 1st this year, and my son got married March 13 this year.
So they got married right at the beginning of the year. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think you're holding out. There's some other good news. What's the other good news?
The other good news is I'm now a grandma.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. So Bhumi, I'm sure you're an exceptional grandmother, and hopefully you'll get to see your grandbaby in person sometime soon. So while you were at the Well, you made some good friends and developed some good relationships with individuals in our community. And we say it time and time again, programming is good, but relationships, when building healthy relationships, that's where it's really at. So do you stay in contact with those people? Do you maintain meaningful friendships with those individuals in our community?
Yes, I do. I do contact them. Sometimes they take me out for lunch, for dinner. So we are still good friends.
That's good. Everyone likes a good lunch, right? And I like that. So your story has been such a help to the women that are at the Well and others that are considering the Well. Maybe are there any words of encouragement that you would like to share with these ladies that are considering coming to the Well?
I just want to let them know that once they are in the Well, that's a new beginning for them, and then they should just stay put so that they can get what the Well is going to offer them.
Yeah, stay put. That's actually more hard than it sounds like, right? It's hard. It's different. It's a new committed program. So stay put is sage advice. I think so. So I think it's important for our viewers to know that even after you graduate from the Well, your relationship with us doesn't end there. And you have now been a graduate for over a year, which is awesome. And as a graduate, though, you gain a title of Sister of the Well. And I love that title. I think that's great. And you can still come to the Well for additional help. So as a Sister of the Well, do you still visit the Well? And what type of help do you get there if you do visit?
Yes, I still visit the Well. Like they help me out in my car registration, in my filing of my tax, and whenever I got a mail that I don't understand, I go straight to the Well.
Yeah, taxes can be confusing. Car registration, definitely. I know I've driven for a couple months without car registration, so it's good that you're going back to the Well. And that's what we offer there. It's one of the things we do is we make sure that we can continue to help you as you get out in the world. And you might have a question here or there. We're right there to help you, which we're glad to do. So your testimony has been such an encouragement to so many. I know it has been to me. And it's a reminder to our supporters, too, that your gifts, they really do make a difference.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you'd want to share with our viewing audience at home?
I just want to tell them to please give out cheerfully to help the ladies in the well. They really need their donation. So, and I want you to know that a giver never lacks. So that's what I want to tell them.
Thank you. And Bumi, I love hearing your journey, your story is still being written, and you just are an inspiration to so many, to me as well. And I'm so glad that you came back, even though my cat harassed you those years ago, but we're glad that you were able to be here with us tonight. So thank you, Bumi.
You're welcome.
Hearing Bumi share where she is today is truly inspiring, and I have actually had the pleasure of having a holiday with Bumi at our home as well. She is wonderful. Let me give you guys a little update. So we want to make sure that we are giving and helping more women like Bumi. Now, this challenge right here, it was a little tricky. We are looking for 30 people that are willing to give $30 a month. And here's why I really like this. Maybe a large donation just isn't in the books right now, but this is a great way that you can give a smaller amount over time. So instead of the big, large one, this is like the perfect COVID 2020 type of donation, just a little bit every month, and it really does add up.
Absolutely. And on top of that, if you are already a monthly donor, I'm looking at you, Cole Simcox, all you have to do is just raise your donation by $20. So you can become one of those 30 folks, all right? Because we're looking for just 30. Either you just become new, or you can raise your dollar amount just by 20 if you're already a donor. In other words, we need a combined total, like I said, of 30 new or increased monthly donors to lock in our $10,000 bonus. Remember, it's just huge. 30 people for $10,000.
Right. And we really need you to kick it up on this one, guys, because we got a little update here. We're doing okay, but not kind of smashing the goals.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So currently, we have 6 monthly donors.
6. Thank you. That's so wonderful of the 6 of you.
Yes.
We need 24 more.
That's right.
Just, right now. So call
or online. Avenge me.
Yeah. Just do it online. It'll make him feel a lot better so that we can hit our goal.
Absolutely. So coming up, we have a special segment with New York Yankees catcher Erik Kratz. You're not going to want to miss this, because basically we're going to throw a bunch of stuff at Erik and see what he can catch in a segment we like to call What Can Kratz Catch? He's on the phone right now, but we're going to have a little something from our band right now.
Hi there, I'm Melissa Yao, Executive Director of the National Trafficking Sheltered Alliance, and I am so excited to celebrate all that Worthwhile Wear is doing in the efforts to end human trafficking. I have seen firsthand the dedication that their staff have to supporting survivors in their healing of recovery. I have watched them emerge into this premier agency that others are looking towards for examples for program model, staff support and training, and leadership in this movement. I am honored to have Worthwhile Wear as a member of NTSA, and I'm excited to partner with them as we work to support survivors across the country. I've been in the anti-trafficking movement now for a number of years, and one of the things that I'm most excited about right now is this growing dedication and determination to collaborate and work together. I've seen agencies like Worthwhile Wear join National Trafficking Sheltered Alliance, understanding that if we can come together, we can make an even larger impact in our national movement to end human trafficking. This is such an exciting time, and I would encourage you to join the movement, to partner with agencies like Worthwhile Wear, to give and give generously as we all work together to end trafficking.
If you have not checked out tonight's auction items, you are missing out. Head over to worthwhilewear.org and click auction to view. There are 50 plus auction items we have listed. Once you've registered through HandBid, either by downloading the app or registering through the HandBid website, you can then begin to bid on some of these amazing items. We wanted to give you an example, so we brought out a couple of our auction items to show you. First, what we have is, let's talk about the Beekman Skincare Basket. Now, this is a collection of some of the most premium high-end products. These are usually at high-end boutiques. These are all natural ingredients. So guys, think of it like this. This is an opportunity to get rid of your wrinkles and do something really good in the world. Look at this. This guy doesn't even need any of this. You do.
I've got a couple of these
at home. No offense. It's been a long year for all of us, but this basket is valued at $300. And then we have this beautiful calligraphy artwork by master penman Rosemary Buchek. This is a one-of-a-kind piece of art and inspirational writing all in one. It's a handwritten rendering of Rudyard Kipling's poem If, and the title is done in 23 karat gold. That's some serious bling, amazing, right? Yeah. And it's also really interesting to know that Rosemary, the artist of this piece, is often commissioned to do work for the White House, has done pieces like this for Pope Benedict. This is a beautiful piece. It's valued at $500.
Absolutely beautiful.
So I was backstage and they said, Dan, we got some bad news. We don't like bad news, but there's a couple items that haven't been bid on, guys. So there's one which I really think you might want. It's a brand new gas furnace with installation. So you can heat your residence with gas heat that's being donated. The labor and the item is being donated by Fiasconero HVAC, and they're giving that up. The other one is a game night basket that is, oh, this is a good one. I'm sorry.
This is a great
one.
one.
You can tell that one.
I was
thinking game night basket.
So the game night basket is up to $100,000. His game night basket is up to $1,000. I mean, family games at home. We're all staying home right now. 2020 is a year of, oh, it's another family game night at home. But this is the awesome ultimate game night basket.
And look,
bid on it.
Yes, it is going to be a long winter, folks. So remember,
winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Get that furnace.
Please. Okay. So here are our challenge 3 results. If you remember, our goal this challenge was to get 30 new monthly donors at $30 a month or more, or for existing monthly donors to increase their monthly giving by $20 or more to reach our goal. And the results are in.
What are they?
Okay, yeah, sorry. Flashbacks. Okay, so I have to tell you that we didn't quite make our monthly donor goal, but the news is good because we are going to keep the lines open for the rest of the show. So you can continue to become a donor, you can continue to increase your donation, and we can check back later on this evening to see if we get that $10,000 bonus. We only need 30 people to get that $10,000 bonus from Locker Insurance. Awesome. And now for a little bit of music.
the last 15 years, we've been working with families to help identify their wealth, define what that means for them over time, and help plan for the unknown. This is something we call financial wellness, and it's the peace of mind that our clients get from the planning and understanding we help to give them.
So really our goal for you is to achieve financial wellness, and it's about making some really good decisions up front to give you that peace and assurance that you're on your way to your financial goals.
Our fourth giving challenge of the night. And this challenge is a little bit different than the others. The Well is in need of a new van to drive participants to and from their appointments, jobs, and other meetings. So what we need here, this challenge is going to go towards the purchase of a new van. In 2019, the Well logged 32,000 miles driving participants, so you can see how important having a reliable van is.
Absolutely. What's the mileage on most leads? Is like 12,000 a year?
They're blowing it out of the water. They're doing so much good work.
Unbelievable. Well, to participate in this challenge, you need to go to our auction webpage. Make sure you go to worthwhilewear.org and click on the auction button. Together, we will build a puzzle by purchasing puzzle pieces. Now, puzzle pieces are $100 each. So if we can get 100 people to buy one piece each, that is $10,000 raised like that. Our goal in the next 20 minutes is, or actually really, if you were to split that with someone, that's also another way to do that.
You could also absolutely do that, or like do a puzzle. Puzzles are better with friends.
Absolutely.
So buy multiple pieces.
Absolutely, why not? And our goal in the next 20 minutes is to raise $10,000. And if we can successfully do this, Integrated Security, one of our business sponsors, is going to provide a matching donation of $10,000. That means the $10,000 you all raised at home becomes $20,000, and the Well can purchase a new van.
That is huge, guys. So log on to the auction page now, where you should already be registered to bid on the great auction items and purchase a puzzle piece. Together, we can meet a great need and watch your donation double up with Integrated Security's match of $10,000.
Let's do it.
All right, now, some of the phone banks are calling, and I want to kind of check in and see how it's going. I'm very proud of my team right now, and I want to make sure that we check in with them. So here we go. We're going to talk first with Miss Jessica Jackson over here. So Jess, tell us a little about yourself and how you got involved with Worthwhile Wear.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here tonight. I actually got involved with Worthwhile Wear the same time you did.
It's
because
true.
Monica and I actually did the decor for the first several Worthwhile Wear events, and it was a blast. It was our all hands on deck for those, and it was a lot of fun. So I've known Steph and Dan, the founders, for a very long time. Steph and I actually went to elementary school together, so lifelong friends.
And how are the calls going?
So far, so good. I just got one.
All right. You want to check in with someone? I'll let you. This is my team, but welcome to the team.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Well, let's see. John, is it?
Hello. It is.
Yes. How are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. How's everything going with the phone bank?
Oh, we're doing great.
Yeah?
It's been awesome to talk to everybody.
Excellent. Now, how did you get involved with Worthwhile Wear?
So it was a while back, my wife was involved in the first thrift store. But more recently, last 5 years or so ago, I've been part of the Worthwhile Wear Gala event as the straight man to Josh Detweiler, who was the live auction. It was like herding cats.
Sure.
I was the cat herder.
Most auctions are kind of like that, aren't they? So how does it feel to look like a much more handsomer Alec Baldwin with a mask on?
Wow. It must be the mask because...
Spot on. Spot on.
Thank you so much for helping out tonight.
All right, let's talk to Steph Emmer, the wonderful wife of the CEO of Worthwhile Wear, Dan Emmer. Steph, tell us, how did you get involved with this?
boy. Well, being Dan's wife, I have been involved from the beginning, as well as our 2 wonderful children, Danny and Anna, are watching at home with their cousins, and this has really been a family effort.
It's been amazing to watch on the outside, and thanks for letting us be involved tonight.
Thank you so much for being here. We're excited.
So all of these awesome call bank volunteers are getting to talk to so many different people, but we want to talk to some people too. So we are going to call into one of the house parties. This is, let's see, who are we calling? Let me get them on the horn.
You got the code there? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Dan's phone.
Difficulties. We'll get it. We're calling Living Hope Church.
There we go.
And Living Hope Church in Dublin, PA. And you're talking to Keith Johnson, who's running the show.
Bless you. Oh, no, that's good.
There you go.
Great. Good.
Got it.
Good.
Hello, it's Monica and Justin. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Excellent. Are you enjoying the show so far?
The show is awesome.
Yes.
We have a great group here.
Awesome.
Oh, it sounds like there are a lot of people there.
So how's your night going? I bet you guys have better snacks than we do, don't you?
We have great snacks. I mean, we have really good stuff that you'd only wish you could have.
Amazing.
Now,
are you guys buying puzzle pieces?
Buying puzzle pieces. Our group is supporting this ministry like you can't believe. So
we are calling in, we're emailing, we are doing everything we can to support everything.
That is
awesome.
fantastic.
Thank you so much. Hope you'll stick with us. We have so much more planned for the rest of the night. It's just going to get better from here.
Well, we're so excited to be with you tonight. We're watching and having fun. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
That sounds like a real party going on over there.
Seriously.
Awesome.
I think you hung up on me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
I get it.
So I think we're good. So this challenge, I will want to say this, is that this challenge is for a new van. And I have to say, as the guy who has changed the brakes on the van, who has changed the wipers on the van, who's done massive repair, who's called some of these volunteers from the phone bank to come out because the van has broken down, this is very much needed. So that's my 2 cents on that matter. But what I also want to talk about is for those that are live in our broadcasting area and that love to shop. Perhaps you're familiar with our Worthwhile thrift stores. Our Worthwhile thrift stores provide employment to the women in our programs and also help provide supplemental funding to support the programs that we offer. Now, the stores also act as a conduit to our community, allowing for us to connect with our community through volunteering, the support that they give us through their purchases, and the donating of their items that support all of our work. And it's a daily way for us to engage our community, for which we're very grateful. So this year was especially challenging, as you can imagine. At the beginning of COVID, we closed our largest store with the intent of moving it to a new location, but that unfortunately did not happen, as there was just too much uncertainty for us to justify making that move forward to opening the new store. So additionally, we had to close our other store for several months until restrictions were lifted, and that is why especially we need your funds tonight and we need your help tonight. We're trying to make up some lost ground. So our goal for the beginning of 2021 is to start a new Worthwhile thrift store. But to open a new thrift store, it costs between $18,000 to $20,000 to outfit and prepare it for opening. Now, this is a unique opportunity for donors to invest, not just give, but invest into a nonprofit, as it allows us, as a nonprofit, become profitable or sustainable as we are able to generate revenue through a new store, and at the same time allows us to provide even more employment to the women in our programs. It's an awesome way to get involved. So employment for survivors is such a critical piece to the work we do. And no one knows this better than another one of our partners serving survivors on the West Coast. Join me in hearing what Amanda Hightower, the Executive Director of REST, has to share.
Hi, everyone. It was back in 2007. I was leading outreach services for homeless youth and young adults, and some of the young people that we worked with were being trafficked in the local sex trade. Now, this was the first time I had really come to understand the realities of sex trafficking, and I also came to recognize that trafficking would require a unique response. Mainstream services work generally well for homeless youth and young adults, but they weren't working as effectively for trafficking survivors. It's because our response needed to be built on a thorough understanding of trauma. And Our response needed to accommodate for the unique needs of trafficking survivors so that they would be able to access what they need to recover from trafficking, as well as go on to build a life without exploitation. It was a couple of years later, in 2009, that we began REST in Seattle as a way to fill this gap and provide pathways to freedom, safety, and hope for victims and survivors of sex trafficking. What matters most to us at REST is to provide services and relationships through which each survivor can not only meet their personal goals, but also come to believe that they are worthy of love and deserve to live a life without exploitation. And we understand that this is all about partnership. Each survivor has unique strengths, needs, and culture, and we get to walk alongside of them and partner with them on their journey out of the sex trade. But this work also calls for partnerships that extend beyond just one organization. Putting an end to trafficking will require all of us to work together effectively, not only to prevent trafficking, but to build out a wide safety net of services so that survivors all across the country can access what they need to get away from their trafficker and begin to heal. That's why we are so grateful for all of our partners, locally and nationally, including Worthwhile Wear, partners who have committed to coming together to support survivors of human trafficking. And you are part of this effort, so thank you. And you can make a difference by supporting Worthwhile Wear today. I've met many organizations over the last decade, and I can say that I'm truly inspired by the way Worthwhile Wear walks alongside each survivor, providing effective services and honoring their dignity, strengths, and individuality. By supporting Worthwhile Wear, you're not only making a difference locally, but you're strengthening the national solution as well.
All right, so puzzle pieces.
Yes.
During this segment challenge, we need you to log into your HandBid app. Now, we are having a little bit of a challenge right now with that, correct?
There's so many of you logging on that you may have a little bit of a technical difficulty.
It's okay.
Feel free to pick up the phone and call or just keep trying. The systems are working. It's just that you guys are supporting us, and we love that and appreciate it.
It's kind of a good problem to have.
It's a great problem, but we don't want you to give up.
Absolutely. And once you are there, once you get through, you can purchase a puzzle piece to reveal what we are collectively working towards right now.
And remember, if you at home will purchase all 100 pieces of the puzzle through HandBid, we'll also unlock $10,000 bonus from Integrated Securities. So far, you have purchased 8 puzzle pieces, which means you at home need to get on your puzzle skills.
Carry the one. There's no one to carry.
That's a lot of math to do, but we have about 92 pieces left, which is me doing any puzzle. Just remember, guys, we start with the edges, we work towards the middle. It's challenging, but we can do this.
Yes, this is a very large, one of those large puzzle
It's a
piece
big
things.
puzzle.
Come
It's a
on.
puzzle of Justin's face.
Hello, you gave it away.
Nah, just kidding.
Fine. So keep purchasing the puzzle pieces. We need your help. And if you're gathered together with friends and family watching this tonight, I challenge, I triple dog dare the groups watching to buy several puzzle pieces. And together, we will raise enough funds in this segment to buy the Well, a new van. Can you just let them know really quickly why this van is so important and why they need to be buying puzzle pieces?
If you saw the van, and I know at home they're watching, I've been getting images of the ladies watching, and several of our staff are texting. We're getting people to help out because the vans get worked really hard.
This is a real need.
So we had a staff retreat. We said, what's the most important thing? And I was thinking it was going to be like software systems, different things to help our program. They said van. Everyone's like van, van, van. I'm like, okay. So we're going to work towards that. So thank you guys for that.
Pleasure.
So each spring, we host a fundraiser that helps us kick off the year right. However, as you can guess, we had to cancel our spring fundraiser due to COVID, and we had to come up with a new way to engage our audience. Now, one thing that was confirmed even during this trying year is that we have an amazingly creative team. In an effort to engage our larger audience during a time when we couldn't get together, we put on a challenge for our supporters to convert their walked miles or their run miles or their biked, hiked, or even kayaked miles and post those activities to social media with the hashtag #ActWorthwhile. This became our ACT Challenge, allowing our supporters to not only raise awareness about human trafficking through their actions, but also raise funds for this important work. You see, to make the ACT Challenge successful, we also had amazing partners. These businesses and individuals stepped up and offered to match each mile recorded on social media with a $1 donation. Now, this challenge was for our supporters and to act worthwhile, and it quickly spread from the Philadelphia area where we are to across the country, where we saw people posting their activity from the West Coast to Florida to the Midwest, even to England and India. From this challenge, we realized that there are still a lot of amazing people in this world that believe in the work we do and value the women we serve. So during this challenge, we were able to share awareness with over 30,000 people that became aware of human trafficking through this campaign. And the ACT Challenge was shared by over 130 news agencies across the nation. So I want to, instead of tell you about it, I want you to watch this recap video that we shared with some of the highlights that happened during this ACT Challenge.
All right, guys. So we appreciate your puzzle working skills. We still have a little ways to go, and this van is so important. So we're actually going to call an audible here and change it up. If you call into our phone bank right now and just say, I want to make a $100 puzzle piece pledge, we're going to put it down and put it towards it. Because we know that some of you were having a bit of technical difficulties. It was a little complicated. Pick up the phone right now. We have about 20, 25 pieces in so far. So this one is huge. We want this because there is a $10,000 bonus that we get from there.
Yes, yes. And this is such important work. So please make sure that you call the number on your screen and help us raise the funds. So, and look, that is really, truly a worthwhile act for sure. So what's also great is how the funds raised through this campaign go to support Worthwhile Wear's programs like their long-term housing program, The Well. And later on tonight, we will hear the powerful story of Nikki, a recent graduate from The Well.
Yep.
Oh, so 30 pieces. Oh. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that so loud.
Oh, wow. All right, you guys listen and act fast, and I am so thankful for that. Justin, good news.
Okay.
We just were given 30 pieces, which is $3,000.
Yes.
So you guys, thank you so much. We still need a few more, but that's $3,000 closer to getting this van.
Absolutely. And all you have to do is keep calling in. We will keep the phone lines open for you. You just have to say, I'd like to make a donation to the van. And remember, if we can sell all 100 pieces, then Integrated Securities is going to match that bid of $10,000.
And that means The Well is getting a new van. And guys, I can't tell you how much the staff needs this, how important it is to everyone.
Absolutely.
This $3,000 made a big difference, but give us a call, buy a puzzle piece. We got this.
Absolutely. And now here's a little selection of music.
This is John Rust, Vice President of Global Sustainability and Regulatory Affairs with Crown Holdings. Crown is a proud sponsor of Worthwhile Wear, and we are excited to support all the good work that Worthwhile Wear is doing to help women affected by human trafficking. At Crown, we have just launched our 20x30 sustainability program to accelerate sustainability. In fact, Crown was recently recognized as the top 100 sustainability managed company by the Wall Street Journal. As part of our 20x30 program, we embrace all pillars of sustainability: environmental, social, and governance. Social sustainability means working in our communities to improve the lives of our employees and our local residents. Worthwhile Wear's mission is important to Crown and is important to the Philadelphia community.
So if you're just joining us, welcome. And if you've already been watching, welcome back. Thanks for being here. I'm Dan Emmer, the Executive Director of Worthwhile Wear, and we're in the middle of our fall telethon fundraiser with an overall goal to raise $150,000 for survivors of human trafficking. We've never done a live telethon before, but we are already encouraged at how our viewers are showing up to support the survivors in this important work. Now, we've enlisted Erik Kratz from the Yankees, and I'll be honest, this next segment I'm very excited about. It might be my favorite segment coming up, but we'll see how it goes. So I asked Erik to join me on stage, but before he joins me on stage, I'd like to first show you this treasure.
Hey, you're Erik Kratz, the catcher for Philadelphia, right?
Yes, I am. And you're a turkey dressed as a pig.
I ain't no turkey.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I don't think so.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm... Okay, maybe I'm a turkey.
Godshall's Turkey Bacon. We just might fool you.
Jump out of minors and into major league flavor with Godshall's Turkey Bacon.
I tell you what, I saw that commercial and I thought, you know, I knew you played Major League Baseball. I did not know you were a Hollywood star. I mean, that's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, that was in the peak of Justin's career, so he wasn't able to do the turkey bacon commercials. But you know what? It was exciting to be able to be on stage with such a cinematic masterpiece as that turkey.
So do you still get paid royalties from that, I imagine?
I still eat turkey bacon, yes.
You get a turkey bacon mailed to you?
Yes.
I like that. So, well, we're happy to have you join us. And so we have you here tonight, and you're a great... I have some news as well to share before we move into this segment. Is our phone bank, unfortunately, is down at the moment. We don't know if that's a good sign because of overwhelming use, but it is down, and we're going to try and get you up and running. We do have a backup plan, a redundancy. We're going to hopefully get that kicked in and working shortly. So in the meantime, you get to just watch this. So Erik has been a great sport, and he's a good man, and he said, you know, I'm willing to do something for this cause. So we have Erik about to get ready for us. Any last words, I should say?
No, but if you want to call, I have Dan's number. If this doesn't go well, we can call Dan's number, and that can work out really well. 867-5309.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Anyway.
All right, we're gonna let you get ready. So we have 15 items that Monica and Justin are going to throw at Erik, and we're going to see. I love this segment. I feel like if we had a crowd here, we'd all say it together. Why don't you guys join me? What can Kratz catch? I said that all alone. So that's the segment. What can Kratz catch is what we're going to do. For every successful catch, that commercial you saw with Godshall's Quality Meats, Godshall's Turkey Bacon, they're going to donate $250 per catch. So I love how you're getting suited up. You're taking this seriously, dude. So we're going to have it. So we want you guys to throw. We can't just make this an easy thing, right? So you have to make it a little bit hard. Okay. Otherwise, it's kind of not fair to Godshall's Quality Meats. But it looks like, what's that first thing you got there, Justin?
Oh, I have some uncured turkey bacon, turkey dark meat chopped and formed from the good folks at Godshall's premium meat and turkey products.
We should start him off with that because that's kind of where your experience
Hello,
is,
yeah.
right?
Go back to the roots.
All
okay.
right, you got
Here we
that?
go. I'm going to put this toilet paper down.
It's coming at you in a minute.
Okay. Give me a sign here. Yeah, I'm a little outside there. I got it. Good.
It's a little close.
Ready? I mean, we're a little close. Well, I'm sorry. What?
No, don't unwrap it.
To unwrap it. Should I unwrap it?
I don't think we can with your
No,
bare hands.
we're not going to unwrap it, although there is another one. Okay, I got the call. You ready? Here we go.
$250. Ish.
Oh!
So close.
Just a little outside.
The no catch.
All right, up next, Kratz, we have a loaf of bread. All right, I'm gonna make it easy for you. We're gonna attempt to windmill this
Okay,
in.
that
We'll
sounds
see
good.
how
Yeah,
it
that
goes,
sounds
all
good.
right?
Whoa! Oh, hey!
Does that
He
count?
caught it. Hey, he caught it. We'll take it.
It counts. All right.
That's 250, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
we
a
should-
mess.
we
That's
should
a
throw
mess.
them
Might as well
Yeah,
leave
why
it there,
not?
that mess.
Why not?
Hey, I just I was called to the side there. So with every catch that you're getting was $250 from Godshall's Quality Meats. But I just was told that we have a $750 challenge that's been levied per catch. And this has been offered by Summit Investment Advisory Group. So that brings the total per catch to, can you do the math? 250 and 750?
Well, baseball.
It's $1,000. So, but Summit will only do this, right? They're going to only increase it by another $750, making every catch worth $1,000. If now this is our challenge, if you can give online, since we can't take your call at the moment, if you can give online of $5,000 or more in donations at home, our viewers, if you can do that, go to worthwhileware.org. Again, we can't take the call at the moment, but we're going to see if we can get 1,000 per
Up
catch,
online.
guys.
Just
We
for all
got
the bacon.
1,000 so
That's right.
far.
It's for all the
Don't mess
turkey
to me.
bacon.
Okay.
All right, so this is our ode to COVID.
Yes.
Toilet paper, hot commodity this year.
Yeah, should we be throwing this? It might be very valuable soon.
I think we got it. Catch this. I might need it back in a few weeks, okay?
Save it.
All right, but all at once. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You got one. That bounced. That's not fair to them. That was a bounce. Is
Doesn't matter. I got 2 out of 5.
that how that works?
Yeah, go for it.
Should we just
Yeah,
hurl
we'll get
it
messy.
at him?
We'll start getting messy. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a crafty one. I like to do crafts with my children. This is impressive, but we didn't throw it away. So I'm
It almost fell.
tossing my cookies, if you will. All right, ready?
Ready.
Gingerbread house.
Hey, look at that. Beautiful catch. Beautiful catch.
Every catch I do, I should note that Miss Steph Emmer is screaming. Like, it shouldn't be happening.
Okay.
All right.
I was hoping
Well,
that would just
next
get
up,
destroyed.
Next up, I have 2 eggs. 2 eggs here. Are you ready for this one? Is this one right?
I think you might want to catch
Getting
this.
rid of the glove? Man, I was going to throw a change up on the first one and then a.
Well, let's hold on. You know what? Before we do the eggs, let's
What?
do that pillow. Because that pillow is an actual auction item. And let's not get beautiful eggs on that pillow. I'd leave it in the
That's a
case.
good
Leave it
point.
in the case. I'm
Good
sorry.
point.
Sorry
I know
to
I'm going
whoever
on audible
ends
here
up
as
with
well.
this pillow.
But this is an actual auction item.
Yes.
This is a king size pillow. It's a cool comfort. These are online right now. You can bid on that through hand bid. So this should be an easy. This is kind of a gimme.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't care what you throw at them.
Got it. Well, this is quite funny because my dad just texted me in between the segments saying, your mother is bidding on all the pillows. We don't need pillows, but we're going to win the pillows. So, Mom, this is my mom's pillow now, very soon.
Nice.
She wins a lot of these auctions. So, are you ready? For Mom.
I think so.
Whoop, a little, just a little outside, but
Would
he
have
catches
been
it.
unfortunate if you fell.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for not destroying my lovely pillow.
That's nice. There
I'm
we go.
so
Okay,
worried.
now
I'm so worried.
back to the eggs. Are you sure you don't want to use the mitt?
I'm sure.
All right, here we go. Okay, so
French toast.
yeah, exactly. So it's a little toast in there. Okay, great. So I'm going to give you a change up on the first one. Yeah. All right, here we go. Nice. Look at that.
He
And
caught
didn't
it.
break
He
it.
caught it with the brain.
With one
So what's our
hand
tally
and
at right
toast in
now?
his hand.
We're at-
He's going to make an egg
If I've
Sammy.
counted right, we're at 5 catches, correct? 5 catches, that's $5,000, but only if you guys give $5,000 at home. Don't forget to give $5,000 to get that Summit
You
challenge
mind
that
if
they
I do
gave
my
us.
second
Oh, you have
egg?
2 eggs.
Yeah, I have 2 eggs.
Yeah, throw
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Does this count as the same one or a separate
I
one?
don't know. I kind of want to see where we go. I'd like to raise money, though, so.
All right, I'm going to go fastball. Fastball right down the yeah. One right down the middle.
Think really hard.
Here we go. All right, ready?
Hair like yours, you throw hard.
Sorry, what?
Hair like yours, you throw
Oh,
hard.
yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to use the momentum of my hair to actually whip the egg at you as fast as possible. All right, ready?
I'm going to step back.
Yeah, step back a little bit. There we go. All right, ready? Incoming. Oh! And it didn't break. Are these
It didn't break.
hard-boiled?
That's probably a good
I think
thing.
Monica made it. It's an Easter Christmas house.
I think this one's all you, Monty.
Oh.
I'm excited about this one. I am. I'm not sure how it's going to go. Do I throw the plate? Or will it slide off the plate?
No, I think
it's going to slide off the plate.
I don't think you throw the plate. Just kind of do
All
a
right.
heave.
Come like
No,
a
don't go in closer. It's fine. He can
closer.
dive for
6
it.
feet,
No.
but
He can
closer.
dive for it. We're already at
All
6.
right.
We're at 6 right now.
All right, 1, 2.
Oh, but he caught it. That counts.
I think
Kind of.
That counts.
You got it.
That counts. That counts.
that's.
Okay.
I don't think actually that counts. I'm sorry. I'm the judge. I'm the ump because that was only about 30% of a Jello
dang.
mold. You caught a lot of it. I got to give you credit, but
50%.
I needed 50%
Okay,
or more
that's
on
fair.
that one. That was only 30%.
This is the big leagues.
So we're still at 6. Oh, we got to. What is that?
That is a
delicious.
pumpkin pie.
Is that
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
friends.
pre-Thanksgiving.
Is it real pumpkin pie or is it
It's
like
real
old?
pumpkin pie.
Real
Yes.
pumpkin pie. Oh, I wouldn't have done that.
wow.
Well, I just pure-oiled my hands 3 times.
No,
But-
I just don't know how
How
when we bought
long?
this pie.
I think it's pretty new.
It's
It tastes pretty new.
Now
We'll
you need
find
to
out in a
donate
few minutes.
extra in case
And it tastes
Dan
like Purell,
has
too.
medical issues
Yeah,
we need
exactly.
to tend to.
Okay, I'm going to toss this pie in. You're being so delicate with that egg, really.
Is
It's
there eggs
amazing.
in it?
I'm sorry?
I'm allergic to eggs.
We're all awkwardly wondering
I was
if
like,
it's
is he
true.
really allergic to
Don't
eggs?
believe
'Cause I
anything he
would.
said.
He signed the waiver. It's fine, folks. Okay, here we go. Ready? The pumpkin pie coming in. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes!
Is that 50%? Yeah. I don't know.
That's 50%.
Is it
That's
50%?
50%. I think. Hang on.
I'll take that.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely. You want to try some?
I don't know if I want to try any.
I
You
wouldn't-
look like you got a little messy with that.
It was
You
not
just
clean.
throw it. Just make the mess there, not here.
Yeah.
Wait, as we go to another tort design here. Go from pumpkin pie to. Oh,
This
and I
is a
got-
cake. All right, and I got it coming at you. I think I'm gonna frisbee it.
Wow.
How do you feel about that? What do you think?
Yeah, it's like
What's
a
the bottom
screwball.
made of?
Or pull cardboard.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm actually gonna launch it at you.
Yeah. Just think. Just what's that DJ? It throws it. Yeah.
There we go.
You ready?
I think so.
I do too. I'm super
Fast,
pumped
real
for
fast,
this
real
one.
fast. Like whip it at him.
Happy
What a
birthday
great
to
throw.
you.
That's impressive.
Great throw,
That's
great
100%
catch.
catch.
What is that? If
impressive.
only he had his mask off and he threw it a little
If
higher.
only. We're so seasonal.
Yes, we are. We're
I think this should be tossed high.
tossed
I think
high.
it should toss high. We've been
Should
easy.
whip
You guys
a
are
pumpkin?
walking up to the line.
I
I mean, as much as I want to raise funds, you guys are like,
Oh,
No, I
okay.
like
he's a pro.
I like the challenge.
There we
So
go,
we're
there we
at
go.
7 if I count
So,
it right.
we
Seven-
tossed the pumpkin pie here.
$7,000. If you at home
$7,000.
are giving 5,000 or more, so give if you can
go.
online at the moment until we fix the phone system. So
we go.
right now we're at 7. So let's see how you do with this one. Toss it
Okay.
nice and high.
That's right, more pumpkin. We tossed the pumpkin pie. Now here is the pumpkin. It looks fresh. We'll see how Eric catches it.
Don't
I'm
hurt
gonna,
him
I'm going to
either.
heave this one.
I don't want to
not
hurt
a
him.
No, we don't want to
stipulation.
hurt him. Don't want to hurt him.
No
Are you kidding
pressure,
me?
just
Yeah.
throw
Put him
it
on the IR.
perfectly.
Put him on the IR. Here we go. Ready?
That was a great throw.
Oh, no, not the whole pumpkin. Not the whole pumpkin.
He's a
Not the
stingy
whole pumpkin. I'm
judge.
sorry. You have more. You have more. That was an easy gimme. You just had to catch it all together.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I
Did you
got
want me
this.
to
Here.
show you?
I
You
got
want me to
this. I got this. Putting dirt on the shoes. Dirt on the
Listen,
on the
listen. Someone
shoes.
has to have rule
No, I
and order
understand.
here.
I understand.
Here, I'm gonna
Okay.
let you go
That's
next.
fine.
Throw
We're
that.
still at 7.
thought
I
this
wanted
was
that to count, but I thought you'd easily catch it together.
But I'll be in the way.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is
do it
getting
when you-
nasty,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Oh, is this?
Well, this.
Landscaping, anyone?
Yeah, well, this is definitely in need of a little bit of landscaping. We're now throwing a dead
Chrysanthemum.
chrysanthemum plant. Let's see. All right, ready? You want to do this on 3? Ready? Oh, we're going to take. Oh, yeah, why not?
Oh, now
Come
we're
on,
getting
yeah, right?
nasty.
That's
Let's
right.
throw- Do we want? All right, yeah. How many are we at?
Just throw it. We're at 7. Go for
All
it.
right.
Ready? Oh, you just want me to
You got
take
this.
this one? Okay,
think
here
you
we
got
go.
it. He's got it.
I'm going to put a little English on this one, all right?
Ooh.
So you ready?
Oh man.
Here we go.
Okay. It counts. I'll give it. I'll allow it. Some flowers did fall off, but I'll allow it. That's $8. That's $8,000. Again, folks, if you can give us. We need some. I almost feel like we need background music.
We could. We need a little like.
It's so
when I
quiet
start
in
this,
here.
you're
We
gonna
don't
have to
have
help
an
me out,
audience.
boys.
Not to put you guys on the spot, but don't worry about it.
What's in the bag?
Wait, so we're at 8, right?
What do you think? I'll give you a hint. Seasonal. We have a theme. Our pumpkin
Killed the
pie.
pumpkin spice. Is it a turkey?
Oh, gross!
It's a bird.
It's a turkey.
It's a strip.
Just to be
stir
honest
that.
with you, Justin would
Just-
not touch this.
Oh.
I was like, I'm going to be doing it in like a week.
Throw
It's
me
fine.
under
Okay,
the bus again.
let's just tell the home audience it was washed and sterilized and degutted, so it's clean.
It's as cleanly as it can be.
My wife's not gonna let me in the house.
It is disgusting, but it's clean. Why are you handling it so much? Throw this. I'm uncomfortable.
I just want people to donate. That's all I want. All right, ready, Kratz?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh,
I've
gross.
never thrown a turkey like this before.
I've never caught
Wow. Oh my God.
Yes!
Oh, I don't like that one.
That was what?
I'm gonna get you-
10,000?
That's 9,000. That's 9.
nine.
Here you go.
Congratulations.
Here's
How many
some
more
hand
items?
wipes. Oh, you got them
I
over
have
there.
hand
You're
wipes
good.
ready.
Okay.
I was
I'm
prepared.
gonna wipe my hands because that was gross, and I just feel like I need to wipe my hands.
That's okay.
After watching that.
Here, do you want to wipe them on the mum?
No, no, thank you.
Chrysanthemum. Okay, so I think we're going
We're at-
to end. We're at 9.
Yeah, these are our last 2
This is
items
it.
here.
Okay, so we're going to end the night where we began. And of course, let's remember our good friend at Godshall's Turkey. This is uncured turkey bacon. Godshall's, the premium meat and turkey products. It's since 1945, folks. Come on, get into it. Okay, here we go. So, you got 1 out of 2 chances, I believe, to catch this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to whip this one.
I'd like to see us get to the round 10,000 or 11,000. That'd be awesome.
10 or 11,000. Okay, great. Here we go. I'm gonna whip this one in here. I'm gonna do it towards camera this time because I'm a professional.
Make it a good one.
Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Down low.
Really.
Oh!
Come on, in the dirt.
Should I
Now
get,
I'm
should I
gonna
get a
kick dirt
redo?
on you, dude.
Should I
That
get a
was an
redo?
easy.
All right, let me try it again.
All
Let me
right.
try it
It's
again.
okay. You got one in your hand.
Don't
This is the
worry.
last
I'll do it
one.
again.
Make
Okay,
this
great.
one
Last
count.
one. Here we go.
Make the
Here we
last
go.
one
Only
count.
10
This
it's only
will be 10,000.
$10,000. I'm
This will be
sorry.
10,000 again if we have.
Oh, man. Well, you should have voted for me,
This is a
folks.
lot.
Thanks.
There's a lot of pressure.
Here we go.
I
Ready?
can't.
All right, here it is. Here it is. For the $10,000 prize, it all comes down to this throw. Yes!
You're a mess.
Amazing.
What a good sport. What a good sport. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you so very much
I
for
hope
letting
all your
us throw
friends
Thank you
and
so
family
much.
got to see
everything
that.
at
You
you.
are,
Thank you.
you're a champ. I'll give you this. You're gonna join me over here, so they can clean up this mess.
Pretty good. You
I
make
got
it
it,
in
yeah.
the big
You-
leagues.
we got
kid.
this.
You got,
Don't worry.
wipe your hands or something. No, you don't. You don't have
I'll
to
wipe
clean
them
the
after I
mess.
do this.
Oh my goodness. You got a little messy there.
I got a little messy.
I think you probably should change that in the back.
Some cake?
I don't know if I want it on me.
I'll just keep it on.
All right.
How about this? It'll be like post-game interview.
There you go. I like that. Post-game interview.
It smells like cake and pumpkin
You do
pie.
smell nice. You smell like a seasonal, like bakery, maybe.
I do, and I think I'm going to take this mic home because I think I just touched the chicken with my pants and my hands. So
Okay, we'll sterilize it.
We'll sterilize
You know,
it.
one thing that's good about this whole event being a COVID-safe event is we have a lot of Purell and a lot of hand wipes, so we can take care of that pretty easily. So,
Safety first.
This is. Thank you for being part of this tonight. I just have enjoyed your enthusiasm to get involved with this work. You shot a fun promo video. I don't know if people know it, but behind the camera, I actually threw one of those tennis balls and it hit you. It was in one of the outtakes. It hit you right in the face. I thought you'd catch everything.
No. I recently retired / quit, so I've given up the whole catching part of it. But yeah, the first first thing you threw me hit me right in the nose.
Yeah, that was
which
my
was
bad.
easy.
It's probably the pitcher error. So when you started in Major League Baseball, it was probably a journey for you. And I'd love our audience to hear what that was like for you. What was that journey like? Did you start as a young buck, a teenager, or what was it like? Just out of the gates?
I mean, starting out in baseball, I think I started like everybody else. You know, you see your first game, you go to your first game, and you see the green grass. For me, it was Veteran Stadium's lime green turf, but it was seared into my brain, and I see some of the band shaking their heads. Everybody knows about that, but it's something that's, you know, the game was something that I really loved, and I was fortunate to continue playing in professional baseball. I think a lot of people would look at my path to the big leagues and say it was unique, but it was something that was an incredible journey that God gave me the opportunity to play, and it really was something that I can't thank him enough for that.
That's awesome. I want to actually call an audible. We're going to move over here, just in the center. They clean up the mess so we can kind of stand here. It's a little easier. What I was thinking though is you got there. You started. Did you start around here? Was that like where your career started? Or was it somewhere else?
I did. I grew up in Telford, Pennsylvania. I went to Christopher Dock High School, now Dock Academy, and then I went on to Eastern Mennonite University, the baseball powerhouse. I know some people from EMU are watching, so thanks for supporting tonight, guys. But it was a unique journey that took me to, I don't know how many teams, probably 30 different teams, 14 different big league organizations, wow. And just an incredible journey of being able to play a game for my job. So
that's pretty awesome. So how long were you in the majors, in the big leagues?
I played parts of 11 years in the big leagues for 10 different organizations, and total since I was drafted 19 different seasons.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So you already kind of said it in the beginning, but I heard it actually. I got in a news feed last weekend that you retired, right? You say quit, retired, right? You put your time in, you did a great job. So what went into making that decision, and what do you have planned for after playing in the majors?
Don't know what I have planned, but I know it's going to be about family time, and that's really what it went into making the decision. I mean, I feel like everybody wants to always keep playing. I wanted to play baseball since I was 3, so I think that's something that's never going to die in me, but I enjoy my time with my family. I have 3 kids and my wife. They are hopefully going to enjoy me being home. I think if I come home smelling like chicken and candy houses, I don't think they're going to be too pleased. But no, it's family time is really the most important thing. And I made a promise to my daughter back when she was 4. She might say it was earlier, but she's now 8. I promised her I'd get her a puppy when I was done playing.
Oh, that's a good promise. She held it to you, or no? Did you hold?
I did. I'm a man of my word.
Okay.
And 4 days after I was done playing, no more, we got a puppy, and so Bella is now ruling the front half of our house and hopefully not pooping and peeing. If the kids are watching right now, please take her out because she's about to poop and pee. Thank you.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I love that you're a man of your word. You stuck to your promise. I love that you're, the right reasons that you're stepping away from it to be with family. That's awesome stuff. So what is one of your favorite memories that you had from being in the big leagues that you can share with us? Because I'm sure there's a lot of them.
There is a lot of them, but I think one of them that sticks out besides your big league debut is obviously a great memory. But in 2018, playing with the Brewers, it was something that we were playing the Dodgers in Game 6 of the NLCS, and my wife and my buddies, they surprised me. My wife was already going to be at the game, but my buddies surprised me. About 15 guys ransacked my house and flew to Milwaukee and wore all my previous jerseys that I had in my career and showed up at Game 6. And to see that support from my buddies is something that I'll never forget. And it was one of the coolest moments of my entire career.
That's awesome. And I think that kind of highlights something that I've gotten to know about you. And you've demonstrated over the years that people are important to you. And as your buddies, that's the memory you have. People are important to you. And at the end of your day, you enjoy the profession. You enjoy playing the game of baseball, but you love the people. And this actually was highlighted, especially during this past season, just a few weeks ago, during an interview you did, a post-game interview that went nearly viral. I think it was almost 700,000 views when I had seen it. As you got, we'll say, a bit emotional, maybe, as you shared why you go out of your way to support the young Hispanic and the up-and-coming players. So did you maybe shed a tear or two during that? And then the question really I have is, why do you have this perspective that it's people first that matter? It's people that are the most important thing.
Yes, I did cry on a Zoom call. It was pretty much just an ugly cry face the whole last half of the interview. But I think it's the perspective on people is something that I've been given an opportunity to play a game. Yes, in the early parts of my career, I think I was more of the selfish, looking to see how I can improve myself, and I got nowhere. I would go 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, and I never got ahead, and I never felt any satisfaction until I started to really involve myself and my teammates, really take care of their needs, not always ahead of mine because I'm human and I make mistakes, but I think it's something that the more I develop those relationships, the more those relationships built, and the better I felt about myself, and ironically I started playing better, and so I think it was something that was a gift for me to be able to play with all those guys and make those relationships with them.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's what stood out to us and why we wanted you to be part of this is because the fact that, again, at the end of the day, it's the people that matter. And I think that reflects and demonstrates what we at Worthwhile Wear are committed to and what we're looking to do is we see the value in these women that we serve, and it's those women that we serve that are so valuable. So thank you for coming out and sharing with us tonight and being a great sport and let us throw gross things at you.
No doubt, I appreciate it.
And you caught $10,000 worth if we hit that goal.
I think we did. I think we did. We should.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, so during this challenge, we started by throwing items to, or it's more accurate to say at, Eric Kratz. For every catch he made, we received $250 from Godshaw's Quality Meats. And now there's been a challenge put to our audience that if we can raise $5,000 during this segment, then the amount for each item goes up from $250 per item caught to $1,000 cold hard cash because of the bonus offered up by Summit Investment Advisory Group. If our viewing audience will give $5,000 from home.
That's right. We love our sponsors. So, how did our viewing audience do? Well, let me tell you, on this card, it says surpassed our 5K goal. As a matter of fact, yes, a little applause for that. Absolutely. I am told that we crushed it. That was the quote-unquote
exact word.
Crushed. Absolutely.
Crushed it. Guys, amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So we did get the $2,500 from Godshaw's Quality Meats, but also an additional $7,500 from Summit Advisory Group. So thank you so very, very much. And thanks again to Eric for letting us.
Absolutely. He was such a good sport and let us throw everything at him. This was a super successful segment, guys. Thank you. And we got some music for you.
Hello, I'm Jim Spindler, Director and Senior Financial Advisor here at Summit Investment Advisory Group, and we're excited to partner with Worthwhile Wear for this year's virtual telethon. Worthwhile Wear's mission of helping people echoes our driving principles here at Summit Investment Advisory Group. With our fiduciary responsibility as a registered investment advisor, the team with over 25 years of experience is passionate about our clients' futures, whether you're starting out, closing in on retirement, or already enjoying your retirement. Summit Investment Advisory Group is your trusted partner for investments and financial planning. We look forward to building a relationship with you and hope you take this opportunity to make an impact with this truly fantastic organization, Worthwhile Wear. Thank you.
Love that band. Welcome back. I hope that you're not just joining us, but if you are, we're glad that you're here, but you missed the Eric Kratz segment.
Super fun.
We tossed many a thing.
I've never thrown Jell-O like that before.
Absolutely, yeah. I've never
Might
gotten
do
to
it again.
throw eggs at an MLB catcher. You got some news for us?
I do. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, but I know we're still trying to get some more numbers together. We can,
There it is.
Okay, then Let's let you roll into your
Okay.
next segment then.
I
We
will
were trying to catch up backstage.
That's all right. Look, this is a live show, folks. As you can see, we've had a few technical challenges tonight. We've had a few we don't necessarily know the numbers and things challenges, but we are still going. The lines are still open. You are still watching. You are still donating, and we thank you so very much. And I think you're going to be happy when you hear the news here. There are just a few final segments to this evening, including Nikki's story, so make sure you stay tuned to see that. She is a recent graduate from the Well, along with a special song that I will be singing for you tonight.
I'm looking forward to
A
that.
moment like this. No, I'm just kidding. This is our final giving challenge. So far for the evening, we have raised, listen to this.
You guys.
Can I get a drum roll real quick?
Let's go.
$140,000. Give yourselves a round of applause at home.
Guys, it's amazing.
That's absolutely amazing, which
Amazing.
includes totals from our online giving, phone pledges, and silent auctions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, there is no matching challenge and no fun games during this segment. That's a real nice setup, huh?
Yeah.
And,
There's a reason.
That's it. We're just simply asking you to donate because this cause is important. And the women that Worthwhile Wear serves are important. In the next 20 minutes, we are looking to raise $10,000.
That means that if we have even 100 people watching donate $100 each, or better yet, give more than $100, we could easily hit, and to use our backstage words, crush this mark. You can start by giving towards this goal now by going to worthwhilewear.org. And are we up on all fronts right now?
Yep.
Good news. So you can go to worthwhilewear.org and click donate, or by calling the number on your screen. They are all waiting for your calls to make a pledge. And also, don't forget, we're still looking for the monthly donors.
Absolutely.
So we're looking for 30 donors that can make a monthly donation. This is a great way to spread your donation across the year. So if you want to give a lot and you just can't tonight, it's a great option.
Totally
for
fine.
you.
And don't remember, if you are already a monthly donor, and don't forget, don't forget, like I just did, that if you are a monthly member, all you have to do is raise your donation by $20, just $20.
Makes a huge difference to the women. of the
Huge
Well.
difference, and you will count towards the donation for the van.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
So we're in the home stretch here. We are about to wrap up a night. We still have a few things left. But one of the things I want to share with you is often, when I'm speaking at a church or a school or a business, a common question I get is, why is your organization called Worthwhile Wear? Maybe even at home, you're asking that same question. It doesn't sound like the name of a nonprofit. Well, in 2012, when we first launched Worthwhile Wear, I quit my job, left that, we sold our home, and we started our work in India in an effort to address the root cause of trafficking, which is what traffickers were preying upon young women that were looking for employment. The traffickers would promise them employment only to then trick them and force them into the brothels. So in India, we developed a model to provide employment to survivors, starting first with making jewelry, and yes, I made my own jewelry, and then teaching them how to make clothing. By offering real employment, we could provide a way for trafficked women to get out and stay out, or help others that were at risk of being trafficked with a viable employment option. So today we offer Worthwhile Apparel with our focus on producing blank t-shirts, which can then be printed on by any screen printer. It's a way for businesses to easily promote their business while promoting freedom at the same time. This year again impacted us as yet another challenge was forced upon us with COVID, and our India team went into much of the stricter lockdown than here, and our shipment was held at port. And I shared this before, but we were stuck with this, trying to figure out what we could do. And so our goal in 2021 is to make up for lost ground and pursue new partnerships with businesses and churches and professional sports teams. If you have any interest in learning more about the Worthwhile Wear t-shirts and apparel and how you might be able to partner with us and ultimately help survivors of trafficking both in the U.S. and overseas, then please contact us. And keep an eye out for our new information about Worthwhile Apparel in the beginning of next year as we seek to help more people wear the story of freedom. So the goal for tonight was to raise funds for the important work being done by Worthwhile Wear. But not only that, it's also important for us and our audience to know and understand that this work isn't accomplished by just one organization. Worthwhile Wear doesn't operate alone. This work is done when we work together. and other like-minded organizations come together, and when we have a community like you step up in a big way and support us in this work, that's when we see real change happen. And Steve Tybor is one more of those partners who has, for the past several years, helped survivors by working alongside organizations like ours to build safe houses where survivors can live and heal and be renewed. And watch this video as Steve explains better than I can the work that they do.
Hi, my name is Steve Tybor. I'm the CEO and founder of an organization called 8 Days of Hope. 8 Days of Hope, we travel the country and we help people rebuild their homes for free after natural disasters. Late last year, we started a new arm of our outreach. It's to help ministries and organizations rebuild, renovate, or remodel a facility to provide hope to those rescued from sex trafficking. So 8 Days of Hope helps out with natural disasters and also now human disasters. Worthwhile Wear is an organization that we know up in Pennsylvania that is making a difference. And right now, we need all organizations to work together to do all they can to help those in need. Do you know that sex trafficking is the fastest growing crime in the world? This is where you and I need to take our blinders off, realize that the problem is out of control, and now we need to make a difference. We're here in Indianapolis this week, renovating a facility for an organization called Not Today. Not Today is spelled K-N-O-T, nottoday.org. It's founded and led by Frank Reich, the head coach of the Colts, his wife Linda, and so many others are passionate about the need to do something to aid the brokenhearted. I'm going to ask you to do one of three things. Pray for the leaders of Worthwhile Wear. It's an amazing organization. Secondly, volunteer. Look for ways you can plug in with that organization. Lastly, as importantly, donate. Don't donate to 8 Days of Hope or this organization, but find a way to sow into Worthwhile Wear. They're doing amazing things. We are better together. Please take your blinders off and realize that we need to do something about this trafficking issue. God bless you. More information about 8 Days of Hope, go to our website, 8daysofhope.com.
All right, friends, couple announcements for you. I want to let you know that the silent auction is closing at 9:30. So, Mom, bid on the pillows, get them up there. You got to make sure you're winning them. That's about 8 minutes left for those auctions, and there are some phenomenal items. So make sure, see if you're being outbid, get a little competitive, bid those up. Check out the auction before it closes. Now, during this segment, we're hoping to raise $10,000 from our viewing audience. And at this point, so far, I am not exactly sure how much we've raised. But as soon as I find out, I'm going to tell you. But please, help us close out this telethon strong and hit the final goal for our last segment. This is no fun, no games. This is just because it matters. Oh. All right. So, challenge someone's handwriting.
We don't understand.
There's something about $5,000.
$5,000 for the challenge, I believe is what that says. And the grand total.
And counting?
We are still counting.
Still counting.
Okay. So stay tuned.
Yes, thank you.
So we're
for that,
halfway.
that's why I have a sidekick.
We're halfway through on this challenge. Got it. It took me a little longer. We're halfway through. We're halfway to 10,000.
That's right. So
did I do the math?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll
we
step
are
aside now.
halfway through. So again, a reminder, we still keep giving. Also, there are a few minutes left for the silent auction. Don't be silent. Bid, bid, bid. So place your bids.
So our last interview of the night is one of our most recent graduates from the Well, Nikki. Nikki's story is one that will inspire you and help you understand the importance of the work that we do here at Worthwhile Wear. So I ask you to join us in watching Nikki's story and see how your gifts are making lasting and meaningful changes in the lives of others.
Being trafficked, I don't think people realize how close to home that it can actually happen without even knowing it, and how common and more common it is. You can think someone is like into you or is a friend to you, without knowing it's a complete setup.
You're going to start with just saying, hi, your name's Nikki, and you can give a little backstory about yourself.
Right now?
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. Hi, my name's Nikki. I'm originally from Muskegon, Michigan. I've always been a fighter. No matter what, like growing up in life, obstacles I've had to overcome. I was raised by my father, who was an alcoholic. I did all the wife duties, I guess. I took care of my sisters, took care of him being drunk, instead of just being a child growing up. When I decided to actually start working in a club, I had just quit my job. A girl I was friends with, she actually bet me because they had a job opportunity to work at, they were hiring dancers. I called and went and auditioned, and I made $300 in my audition, and that's what started me. I was like, oh, like one audition, like I danced to 2 songs and I got $300. Like, that's what's up. Like, what? I should have did this a long time ago. When I was dancing at the time, I didn't think it was that serious. Like, as long as I wasn't physically sleeping, I thought it was okay. I didn't see what was wrong with it. I was coerced by another dancer and her boyfriend into thinking that we were gonna go club hopping together. Instead, they took me to South Carolina. I woke up and to find out that they had brought me to a trafficker. They were gone and I was left there with a stranger in my room. He told me, you ain't going nowhere, you're mine. And hit me across the face. My whole face was black and blue. And I was stuck in that room for 2 weeks while men would hit him up. The disgusting thing, even worse, like the guys that paid for it didn't even care that there was a grown man with a gun standing there watching whatever they did. I was scared, I was petrified. I really didn't think I was gonna make it out. There was one kid that came into the room and said he would pay extra if my trafficker would leave because he didn't feel comfortable doing anything with him standing right there. And so when my trafficker left the room and went next door, I ran. I took out the room and I ran, and the nearest thing I could run to was a TA truck stop. I hid in the truck stop for 3 days before I even talked to anybody. I literally lived, did not eat anything. If I got thirsty, I would go to the bathroom and like cup water out of the sink because I was so thirsty and dehydrated. The manager, bless his heart, actually noticed me hanging out in there for like 3 days straight, and he pulled me to the side. He was like, now you don't look homeless. He's like, so what's going on? And as soon as he asked me those words, I broke down. Like the tears just flew down my face. He got me in contact with the phone, and I called Peace Promise, which I'm very close with. And it was within seconds. I had $50 Western Union to me and a bus ticket for the next morning. The majority of the men that were coming into the room that were paying were truckers, but yet the ones that helped me out and kind of looked after me my last night in South Carolina at the truck stop were truckers. It does mess with your head a little bit because it's like you got good and bad no matter where you go. So it's like you can't necessarily be like, okay, so this person hurt me, so that means everybody like that is gonna hurt me. Just gotta heal, I guess. and know that there's good and bad no matter what. Jen from She's Somebody's Daughter had gave me a list of like 7 safe houses that I could go to. If I was going to get out of the industry and really change my life, I needed to go big. I chose to come to the well. That's what really changed my life. Reading online, I thought there was going to be horses and like chopping wood, and I was on 80-some acres of land. But then I got here and I was just on 83 acres of trees. Like, that's it, trees. Well, Mother Nature and trees. And it wasn't no, gotta chop your own wood. It actually was a very nice home.
I tried to leave every single weekend. Friday hit, it was a wrap. Saturday, I'm trying to leave. It was tough to get used to, coming from not ever having structure in your life to pretty much having a lot of structure. It was hard. It was really, really hard. And everyone said, like, I told you this wasn't going to be easy. And I'm like, I know. It was a different kind of hard than what I expected.
My transformation was I had a fish dream. I kept having a dream of my fish jumping out of his fish bowl, and every time I would come back into the room, I'd have to search for him and put him back in. And about the 3rd time after he had jumped out of the bowl, I told him, I was like, dude, you need to stop jumping out of the bowl. Like, you're gonna die. Like, stop. It was like Jesus telling me, like, if you keep trying to leave the well, which the well was my fish bowl, like, you're gonna end up dying. Like, you're not gonna make it. I never tried to leave since that day. That was my wake-up call. That if I left the well, I was going to die.
Going to beauty school was always a dream of mine.
It wasn't until here where when I seen that you can like go to school, make a career, like it gave you the opportunities to do it, that I was like, I'm here, I'm gonna be here for 2 years, I'm gonna do what I wanted to do because now I have the chance. So when I leave here, I have a career, right? Being at the well, I grew strong in my faith, and I wasn't always that way before. And then like unity with all the girls, like we all were like one, had each other's back, helped each other out. I was always willing to help anybody that needed it. I did pick up a lot of good habits from being here. It sure put me on the right track. I left here with passing my boards from school, so I became a licensed cosmetologist. I was able to put my down payment on my apartment, buy a car. Things are going good. Like, I'm living the good life. Peace Promise, which is my church organization, actually furnished my entire place for me. It was nice to be able just to come home to a home that was already set up for me, down to the pictures on the wall.
This is my kitchen.
It's different making dinners by myself a lot of the times. I'm still getting into the habit of making meals and preparing them ahead of time so I don't have to just run to Chipotle or Dairy Queen and grab something to eat because it's so much simpler. I've done a lot of work, I've done a lot of therapy, I've put in a lot of time to not let it affect me anymore. Since being trafficked, I was on anxiety meds, depression meds, meds for sleep, and I'm not on any meds. I don't take nothing. And I'm fine. Like, it doesn't, I sleep fine, I'm not anxious, I don't feel depressed at all. It's just, it was a trauma. It definitely affected my life, and like I say, my trust is my biggest thing that I have to work on overcoming and being able to like really trust somebody again.
But other than that, like, yeah, I guess you can kind of say I forgive them. If I still had that much hate in my heart, I don't think I would be as fine and living fine day to day and excelling in life the way I am. The people I choose to be around is different. The things I do with my time is different. Like, I know I'm a changed person, like, through and through. And it's because of this place.
Leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. I have what you need, but you keep on searching. I've done all the work, but you keep on working. When you're running on empty and you can't find the remedy, just come to the well. You can spend your whole life chasing what's missing, but that empty inside, it just ain't gonna listen. Nothing can satisfy, and the world leaves you high and dry. Just come to the well. And all who thirst will thirst no more, and all who search will find what their souls long for. The world will try, but it never can fill. Leave it all behind. Come to the well. So bring me your heart, no matter how broken. Just come as you are. When your last prayer is spoken, just rest in my arms a while. You'll feel the change, my child, when you come to the well. And all who thirst will thirst no more, and all who search will find what their souls long for. The world will try, but it never can fill. So leave it all behind and come to the well. Yeah. The world will try, but it never can fill. Leave it all behind. And now that you're full of love beyond measure, your joy's gonna flow like a stream in the desert. Soon all the world will see that the living water is found in me, 'cause you come to the well. Oh. And all who thirst will thirst no more, and all who search will find what their souls long for. The world will try, but it never can fill. So leave it all behind and come come to the well.
Man, I don't even know what to say to that, Justin. That was phenomenal. That was something else, man.
Awesome.
I moved, I guess is the word I would describe it. I mean, I was sitting there all smiles and a little tears. Very powerful.
Really awesome. Really awesome.
Did you know he could sing?
I heard a rumor about it. He's pretty good.
I tell you
Pretty
what,
good. You got a future in this kid.
There's some rumors I might be able to get into.
It was that was awesome, and I thank you for guys for coming out and being part of this. You know stepped up and said you want to be part of this and help out any way you can, and so we appreciate that so much. And yeah, I'm nervous also, right? Because we know what's coming next, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it has been a wonderful night. But as I was finishing up the song, I was also wondering if we were going to finish the night out strong. So the question really is, do we have, oh, you do. Yes, we do. It's upside down. There we go. You have, Monica, the final results for this last segment. I want to know, did our viewing audience give us enough to hit the $10,000 goal? Monica, tell me some good news,
I'd say
please.
actually, are we just going past the 10,000 goal and seeing, I'm sorry, I'm calling another audible. I want to hear if we're going to hit the whole target.
He's like, I need to know the total
I just
of
need
the
to know.
night.
I can't wait anymore.
You can't wait
Because
anymore.
if we hit the goal, we hit the overall 150,000. So I just want to know.
You're the boss, man.
Well, you tell us.
All right, so I think we need a drum roll. I just don't know where.
Drum
So
roll,
let's
yeah.
just do one, and then I'll
Yeah, sure.
run with
Let's
it.
just, yeah.
Not only did we hit the goal for this segment, Dan,
Okay.
I'm excited to share that, as you know, our overall goal for tonight was $150,000.
Is this what it felt
right?
like season
me.
one? I really want to
Hold
know.
me, hold me.
Hold me, Dan. Hold me.
And tonight, we raised a total of $152,808.
We hit it. We hit the mark. Thank you, everyone. That is awesome. That is
Thank
so
you guys
awesome.
so
Hey, thank you,
much.
phone bank volunteers. Thank you, everyone that ran sound. Thank you to the band. The production elements were awesome. You guys did phenomenal work. Thank you to our many sponsors that were here tonight. And you showed up on the phone banks and you worked through the lines not working and calling back. To everyone that gave tonight, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And also, if you're rewatching this at a later date, help us far exceed our goal.
Yes.
As giving can continue and giving online or mail or check, and know that every dollar goes to restoring lives and bringing hope to the many lives of survivors that we serve each year. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Such
so
an
very
amazing
much.
night. Thank you, guys.